Yeah, Mel Weezy in the house. What's up?
Oh man, this is pretty cool. So this is what you've been doing for your podcast now.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Set me up an account real quick.
yeah. We had to get it popping. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Beatz N Bitz Podcast. We back in the building. We got a full house tonight. We got your boy. You got Seirzaku. We got Breezy, and we got Mel Weezy from the Geekly Podcast. I wish we had.
What up? What up? What up?
Yeah. I wish we had your nephew here to say it. You know, little Big John. But yeah. What's up, fellas? What's going on with everybody?
Another day in the life, man. Working hard, hardly working,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same man. I'm just waiting on these consoles to drop next week, baby. And all
Yes,
this
sir.
I want to try out that PS5 and the Xbox Series X. But I don't have a PS5 yet, but I think I'm gonna get one when it launches next week. I'm gonna try to lock one up next week. So we'll see.
Mm.
Yeah, if you can, because they talking about they're not gonna have nothing physical now in the store. But if somebody don't pick theirs up, or you can go to Target and order it online, they'll have some in stock, but you have to order it online, and then I think it'll go live that day. But keep checking your Target apps. So we're gonna go ahead and get the heavy duty stuff out of the way. Recipes to King Von, rapper, 26-year-old from Chicago. He was with Lil Durk, the OTF, Only for the Family label, and he got into it with this. I think he's a Chicago or New Orleans rapper or whatever, Quando Rondo. And I think what it was, I think his one of his homies used to live in Chicago, and they had this outstanding, long-standing beef. Or I think he is from Quando Rondo is from Chicago, but he moved down to Baton Rouge. But they've been going back and forth for years. Lil Durk, Chief Keef, King Von, everybody that's from that side of town in Chicago with Quando Rondo and Tuka and all of that. It was just this gang war that kind of bled over into the rap game. So, moment of silence real quick for King Von. All right. So my question to y'all is, what do we do to get these artists so once they make it to chill out? Like what can the fans do? What can the managers and the people that's around? What can we do to get folks? Because I feel like once we're I feel like once a rapper makes it, I feel like there's no okay, I need to get my act together stage in the career anymore. Like it's always gonna be foolishness. But what do y'all think we can suggest to the artists once they make it?
Well, let me say something. I think that they need somebody there to kind of watch, and they need a mentor. You think about when the NBA was letting all cats come in at 18, and a couple dudes just couldn't handle it, man. All that fame and that money, they would snap it. Remember the one dude, he just like had like a complete mental breakdown. And now they slowly, integrate these guys into the league. Now they have ages. A lot of them don't come into 18 no more anyway. But when they get that kind of fame and money at a young age, and nobody's helping them, navigate the problems and the landmines of being famous and rich, and also being a minority, people like they focus on you and try to entrap people like that. You got to be careful the women you deal with, the type of endorsements you deal with. A lot of guys are not set up Killzone to really be ready for all that because, they're just kids. If they're 19, 20 years old and rappers and stuff like that, and some of these guys in their 20s and stuff, if they got good parents and good family around them, good people who are telling them what to do. Now, on the flip side, look at the dude who went to prison, the dude with the rainbow hair. And
Six man.
Yeah. I mean, look at the people he had around him, man. I mean, they got him locked up, whatever. So it has to do with the people you have around you. You look at somebody like LeBron, who came in the NBA real young, and he had the right people around him, man. He didn't have no father figure, nobody. So I think the same thing applies to the rap game. It's your crew, the people you run with, the people who are giving you advice and telling you what you should do with your money and what moves to make. If you don't have the right support team around you, I mean, you can kind of just fall to anything. I'm just saying that. You got to have the right support team.
Yeah, because I'm like, especially if you follow the NFL, look at Johnny Manziel. Yep. They gave this cat much money right out the gate.
Yes, sir.
And it came out later on, like after he had been basically put out the league. They're like, yeah, the guy has a whole ton of mental health issues, and it's like, yeah, when he was in college, he had people around him that was focused on making sure he had what he needed and was taking care of him. When he got to the NFL, they was like, man, you on your own. We gave you so much money. You good, whatever, right? And look at how he's just spiraled out of control immediately.
Yeah.
Look at Darius Miles. He came from East St., went straight to the NBA. He had the wrong people around him. He kept coming back to the hood. I know who he is because I grew up in East St. Louis. He came back. They robbed him. They straight up took his chain, took his ride and stuff. So to a certain extent, when you get that big, man, you can't run with the same people. You can't run the same circles. You can't run in the ghetto.
Because pretty much, I would pretty much say this. If they're your boys or whatever, you should be lifting them up instead of letting them drag you down.
Exactly.
And
but some people you can't do that for. Seirzaku, some people you can't do that for.
Yeah, you can't. Unlike some people, it's just like you either outgrow that or you just stay with it. And you have sometimes some of them people that just like, this person will always get you in trouble. And either you'll figure it out and hurry up and get away from them, or you're going to end up in the box or in jail. One of the two.
Now, let me say this. In the words of the great rapper Drake, he told you in that song, if you didn't get a chance to be a part of it, at least you got the witness. Now, to me, that lyric you could take several different ways. He was saying, hey, you're no longer cool with me, so at least you can be on the sideline watching what I do. Some people can't be there right there with you when you're doing these things and you're becoming famous and stuff because you can't trust them. Or they're going to influence you to go back into a lifestyle that ain't conducive to you being a big-time celebrity. So some people have to watch on the sidelines, man, and just root for you like that. Some people you can keep close to you. But, think about MC Hammer, dude. That dude had an entourage of 100, 200 people from the hood still on his payroll, which bankrupted him. Mike Tyson, he had a huge entourage, people sucking money from him. And then he had, all the animals and stuff he was taking care of. So you need somebody, a life coach, to tell you how to navigate, how to put your money back, how to invest, how to be smart about it. I just think that some of them cats are not ready for that. If they ain't never been taught how to take care of money and invest or put money into a business or whatever, they just don't know what they're doing. And I think it goes back to management, honestly.
I mean, I like having people around me that will always, I got friends that they will tell my ass no. I'm like, I respect that because you had the guts to tell me no. Because some people will just tell you, yeah, man, go ahead, you got money, you can do that. I want somebody to tell me no. And I want them to tell me no and be like, nah, man, I got it. I'm like, no. I respect that. Because I don't like a bunch of people that's like, well, you got money and whatever. Just because I got it don't mean I got to always be paying for you every time we go out or whatever. I respect the fact that somebody would tell me no. Rather than, you just always yeah, man, you got it. Yeah. I don't want no yes, man. Give me some no people.
Yep. I agree. Well, Killzown, what do you think, man? You ain't really said much, man. What do you think?
I just feel like, I just kind of feel like I feel like it's a lot of stuff we could be standing up and fighting for right now with everything going on in the world as black men and black women. And we stay fighting each other. And I feel like we have to stick together. There has to be that, like what Seirzaku said, it has to be you know what Mel we said, the right, you gotta have the right team, the right people, but we all should be working together. Because it's not just, you know, it's black people are, we treat each other just as bad as anybody else treats us. And I mean the whole thing with Nigeria and SARS and everything, like we had to take a step back and start valuing each other as men and women. And then in the rap game, once you get to a certain threshold, like all that street stuff should just be left behind. Like I kind of like how like Jeezy and Gucci, even though they're kind of is a constant back and forth with a way like on wax and some real things happen. I kind of like how after all of these years, they just kind of keep it on records. Like they're not looking for each other. They not driving down the Baton Rouge. They not out here looking around for the shooters or whatever. They are they've grown up and become grown men, and I feel like, you know, it should be like you said, Mel, we some mentorship in the game. But my question also is to y'all, like, how do we get rappers like Chrissa SJE, Mega Ran, you know, Richie Branson, more positive rappers that make dope music that ain't just, you know, that, you know, they got some hits, but they need, like, how can we help them get to the next level, and how can we help make that mainstream? Because, you know what I'm saying, you know, and talking about something other than shooting and killing all the time. Like, you know, yeah, that's a lot of our realities, and that's where a lot of us come from, and where some of us still live at. But how can we change the status quo and make some, you know, make something different? Like, I just feel like I'm getting tired of, like, I find myself listening to more Mega Ran and Chrissa and who else? Richie, you know, Slick, Otaku Guy. I found dude Darius. I found him. He's from St. Louis as well. Like I'm listening to more Lecrae. I'm listening to more Bizzle. I'm listening to more Dayton. More Rob Redeem. You know, Christian hip hop artists. I'm listening to more R&B now. You know, I'm listening to the, you know, to you know, the Queen Najees and the Summer Walkers and people like that. So what can we do to kind of change the status quo and kind of promote more of different artists, you know what I'm saying, that are more positive, you know?
I think that's just what you have to do, man. You got to have more kind of artists like that on your show. You got to share that kind of stuff on Twitter and Facebook. Your song is like Facebook, Instagram, iTunes, Twitter, whatever. Hit me up. So if you're using those as a platform to promote your, you know, DJ Killzown Jones game and stuff, your YouTube, promote stuff like that. Because I mean, the artists you have on your show, they're cool and all, but you're not promoting those type of artists in your show. So if you want to see that, you have to be that change you want to see out there. If you want to see
we didn't have them on. Hold on, Mel.
You have.
We've had Mega Ran on the show. I'm about to reach out to him and bring it back. We had Chrissa on twice, and I wanted to get him and his partner Fade down there in Louisiana. As well, but they're like anime rappers, and it sounds kind of it's catchy. It's kind of in that trap vein, but they talking about, you know, different anime shows. They talking about real life, you know, not necessarily killing and shooting people or whatever. And they dope, you know. And they got 9, you know, anime trap songs too for people that like, you know, turn up in the club and stuff like that. But it's not overtly murder and killing and violence and all of this stuff like that. Like it's more positive and motivating. And then you know, it can't be just you know, myself or you. I'm talking about at large. Like, what can we do? You know what I'm saying, to have these guys on the forefront and these ladies like Samus that's out there. Forget the girl that's I forget. It's a couple other chicks that's out there that's really doing their thing. Yeah, like what can I'm more so asking y'all, because like I mean I've been promoting.
I think promoting them and buying their material. Don't look on YouTube to try to get something for free. The one thing about Mega Ran, you know how cool I am with him. You know, he did my podcast song, and whenever he comes out a new album, I try to buy it. Not that I have to buy it. I can stream it on Spotify or Apple Music. I got those services, but I know that helps him as an artist. And I try to review it. I try to go out there on iTunes and give him a review and say, hey, and I give an honest review. I don't just fluff it up because I'm cool with them. But I think that's how you do it. You got to support them with your wallet and with your voice, saying, "Hey, this is what I'm supporting." And like you're saying, support the right things that are positive in the community, not things that are glorifying the type of stuff we don't need to glorify right now. So I think it boils down to that. To me, more so, God has to fix the issues we're talking about, but that's a totally different discussion. I don't want to get religious. I know everybody has different beliefs, but with that said, that's what it's going to take. We can do all we want, but I feel like it's going to take a higher power to fix the issues that we see in our community and worldwide, really. I mean, all across the world.
Breezy, what you think?
I'm trying to think. This whole time y'all been talking, I'm like, how do I enter this conversation and not be like Captain Negative? Like, how do I do this?
You about to be devil's advocate.
Oh no,
I'm not. People about to come out here.
Yeah, I'm.
Go ahead and get your Satan on, man.
There are ways you could fix it, but let's be honest, it ain't gonna happen. Yep. It's not, because the record labels, the industry doesn't want it to happen. Yep. So what it would take is your larger artists, like your Jay-Z's, your Beyonce's, your Tech Nines, all these other artists reaching back and pulling some of these artists up and featuring them on compilation albums. Like Tech Nine had a worldwide Chopper Cypher where he featured a lot of YouTube rappers. Eminem giving shout outs to Hobson and Kendrick and stuff like that. That's what it takes, but it also takes people on the radio side to feature these artists more prominently, just in passing. I mean, sure, interview slots and stuff like that, you have to deal with management, but you can just mention them in passing, like, what are you listening to? What are you watching? But as far as like the situations with like King Von's or 6ix9ine or anything like that, all of them, it comes from the same thing where they're all desperately looking to prove their worth and look for some sort of acceptance, and the people around them are giving them that acceptance and that security of what they feel is family. And it's never gonna stop. They're just gonna always keep doing it because they stupid. And it takes a while for them to wise up. Now, if you wanted to look at it from the industry side, it's simple. Whenever you try to sign someone to a contract, you give them a financial literacy class, and they have to complete the class. And that way they'll be able to better manage their finances. But, people have vices. Even the best athletes, like, for instance, Charles Barkley, he said it himself. He had a manager who was stealing money from him, and he didn't even know it. So it's like you can't even really rely on managers. You can't really rely on management. You can't really rely on the label. You have to really rely on those around you. But when you come from situations like how we come from, where we ain't really got shit, so when we get shit, we finna blow this all right now because we don't know what's coming tomorrow. So I don't know. I mean, promoting is one thing, but you're talking about going against a well-oiled machine that doesn't want to go in the opposite direction. I mean, I like Dame Dash, what he does when he sometimes brings new artists up and he promotes their products and shit, but even he's a part of the beast to an extent. And
what up, Benson?
I'm just, I do believe that I have very strong opinions about this. I believe, and I don't want to, channel my inner Chris Rock here, but you help those who wish to help themselves. You don't waste time on people who want to repeat the same mistakes that you've warned them about making. Because in wasting time trying to stop them from repeating the same mistakes, you can miss an opportunity for yourself, for someone that can help elevate you. And I've seen countless people I've witnessed from the sidelines, and I've seen, like, right next to them grow exponentially but they still try to drag people along with them, and it's drowning them.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't do it. And sometimes you have to know when you have to, release that ball and chain, that anchor, so you don't sink to the bottom of the damn ocean, and you have to start swimming back up again. Because, like, there's tons of artists we can point at, look to, that have done this fucking, get drugged down, swim back up, recover, get drugged down, repeat the process again. And it's just artists like King Von, 6ix9ine. Who was the artist in my state? Got
Kodak.
No, the one who got shot at the dealership.
Oh, XXXTentacion.
Yeah, Tentacion. You just have people out here who, for lack of a better word, who want to get that 5 minutes of fame. And a lot of them feel like the best way to do it is through ending someone else's life. And I mean, you're like, all right, I can think of a thought, like they could tell him, like, yo, I got beef with you, you got beef with me, we can keep it on wax. Okay, that doesn't work out. Let's do the Jake Paul fucking what's the black rapper from UK, I'm forgetting his name, but it's like Jake Paul and somebody else.
KSI.
KSI. Let's get in the ring and fight and do it for charity. But that's too organized. By the time it's time to fight, the temperatures the iron done cooled off. So it's just like, honestly, it sucks to say this, but you just gotta leave them to their own devices. A lot of them you gotta leave to your own devices. Because listen, when he walked in that record label, he was dressed to impress. He had his hair up nice. They knew who they was signing. They knew what they were getting up to. It was a quick buck for them. They don't care.
What up, Lola High?
And you'd think that the artists themselves would care enough about their situation and getting out of it that they wouldn't do anything to jeopardize it. But that circle of friends or the internet comments or whatever questions them, and so they repeat the same processes. So it's like, it sucks. But at this point, bro, after chasing enough people around and around the tree, the merry-go-round, the bush, the roller coaster, up the beach, down the beach, across the lake, over the stream, up the mountain, down around the fucking ice cream truck, bro. I'm tired of chasing people like them. So it's like, as they say, let the Lord sort them out. And I'm going to try to go ahead.
Or I would just simply say, don't be afraid to cut people off. Hammering UA.
Man.
I mean, yeah, sometimes you do. It sucks because you don't want to do that, because it's like, yo, this is a lot of the time it's like, this is somebody who was there with me. But it's like, if they constantly doing suspicious shit, or they're not willing to grow, or they shutting down, like you can have a disagreement with your partner about how you're supposed to handle something or take something. That's fine. But if it's just a constant, always just shutting shit down and never try to push in a different direction or explore something, then it's just like, sometimes you gotta cut them off. And it's just, I feel like these type of conversations, I feel like they sound good in practice, but it's like, you can't, honestly, bro.
Let me. If you're done, Brizzy, I got a comment, man. When you're done, I'm gonna let you finish.
Well, go ahead. All
right, I don't want to be like Kanye, man. I'm gonna let you finish, dog. but let me say this. I'm gonna keep it 100% real with you guys. You remember T.I. had a song where he talked about the culture being morally bankrupt. We focused on material things. We get in this car and trying to get this type of life in this house. People are focused on the wrong things, man. Materialism, commercialism, those things will always be there. But our people, our culture is so focused on that. We're so obsessed with that, with material things and all that kind of stuff. Instead of being focused on the things that's going to enrich our lives, we're focused on that kind of stuff. And so that breeds jealousy and hate right amongst ourselves.
I got a counterpoint.
Okay, go ahead. Go for it.
I don't think there's anything wrong with looking to attain some type of material good.
Oh,
if it's within your means. If it's within your means, I mean, go for it. If you want to save it for it, go for it. I think the issue comes into play when you don't describe the method and the processes to get there, because most people look at T.I. and they're like, oh, he just popped up here, rap overnight, he's successful. They don't see the thousands of hours and illegal things he had to do to get
the grind and the struggle. Yeah, I agree.
That's the problem. Because if more people knew, hey, to get to this point, I had to go through A through Y to get to Z, then they'd be like, okay, well, I'm not going to steal from this dude because I watched his whole process. He's talked about his whole process to get here, you know. And
I mean, but hold on,
people don't think like that.
I think it's, but I'm saying I don't even think it's about people that gave up about that. It's more like it's all about the shooting and killing and all the like. It's even less and more about the material things and about the clout. How much clout can you get for clapping somebody in the street or rapping and then going in the studio rapping about it, or for the women, how much you can twerk, how much you can make off OnlyFans, how much you can make off in the strip club. And unfortunately,
but there's nothing wrong with the strip club or OnlyFans. These are entrepreneurs. These are women who are using what they believe is their best asset at hand to make money and a living for themselves. I'm not finna shame a chick who wants to get on her OnlyFans.
Shaming the. I'm just saying but that, like I said, what Mel Weezy was just saying. People get so fixated with that they're we got people that is smart, that could be engineers, they could be doctors, that could be do X, Y, and Z, that come from decent homes. These ain't just everybody just coming out the mud. We all come from, most of us come from middle class, and then some people, it is a lot of people who are poor, but at the same time, we coming out of a repeat of the same mistakes. But at the same time, we got a few of those here. But we also got a few of those who are in the middle, and even very few that born at the top. But the people that's in the middle and at the top, they going back down to the bottom just so they can go.
There's a reason why.
There's a reason why. No, I know, because they want to be accepted by the people at the bottom, and they want to not sell out like no other race of people deals with that.
That's not true. That's not true.
I mean, not like us though. Like
that's still not true. It's not we make it a focal point. The issue is when it comes to our people, we have been conditioned to slide into the entertainer role, whether that's singing, dancing, rapping, gyrating, fucking, whatever you name it. That's the role we slid in because we've been conditioned for this role. If you go over to Japan or China or Korea, you have people who are in the triads. You have people who are in, the various different gangs and whatnot, the Yakuza, who run brothels, do prostitution, do drug selling, do human trafficking, etc. You go to Iran, Iraq. Our soldiers, when they went over to Afghanistan, a lot of the men they were working with had huge fields of poppy that they were selling back to the U.S., and we were giving them Viagra so they can keep their dicks hard. And a lot of our soldiers got dishonorably discharged for reporting a lot of these dudes who we were doing business with for having child sex slaves. So it's like this undercurrent is not inherently unique to us. That is what white people and white society tries to lay on us. That is not inherently ours.
But Breezy, we keep playing into it when you got the number one song in that we had times we had number one songs in the country that all they was and it'd be us, it'd be black and brown people, and we don't have to, just because there's a trap that's laid, we don't have to step into the trap. You know what I'm saying? Hold on real quick. Hold on.
Okay.
Mel Weezy, I forgot to tell you. Sometimes some of us we get a little too hot for TV. And I don't want to scare you off, my brother. I know
no. I respect it, man. Everybody has the right to speak their mind, and hey, he's a grown man. He can say whatever he wants. We all grown men here. But I respect where he's coming from. But you're focusing on all of that, man. And to me, to a certain extent, you got to remove yourself from that environment. Like when you make it, you shouldn't be going back to the hood or going back to trapping.
But I would say this.
Why do you have to go back to that, man?
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why.
Go ahead, Breezy. Because
I can tell you why. A lot of these people, see, the thing is, to change and get to the point where you don't go back to the hood, it takes time. It takes time. When you're first getting started out, like we all were, we started in a particular environment, and those are the people we knew. These are the people we trust. This was what we were used to. And as you start to climb that socioeconomic ladder, and you start going to communities and neighborhoods where their grass isn't all burnt, and they can leave their bikes and shit outside, and the goals have nets, and there's actually a park with ducks in it, and all types of random shit. It's a bit of a culture shock. So you run from that initially, and you go back to what you used to. It takes time. The issue is we don't give these honestly, they kids. We don't give them enough time to grow, or by the time they get close to getting ready to get changed, to get killed. That's what it is. King Von's 26, but 20. He's an infant. I'm 29. Yeah. He's an infant to me.
Yeah, I'm 30, and it's like, you only 26, dude. Like,
he's a child. He's grown. He's never. He probably never left his city.
I got all this beat. I'm 43.
Yeah, he probably never left his city. He probably never went out of state. He probably never ate in a fancy restaurant his entire fucking life. He probably only know the dollar menu and the 2 for $3 special at Burger King. And this is real shit. Even my family, I have family members that are in their 70s. And the first time that my parents said, "Yo, we're finna go on a cruise ship," my grandmother said they allow black folks on cruise ships. Bro, this has been a long-standing issue. And the only way you fix it is if you overhaul everything from the top to the bottom, from the bottom to the top. And this is where our athletes, our lawyers, our doctors, this is where they all like. I like Killer Mike and what he's doing, but this should be one band, one sound drumline. It should be on some Wakanda Forever shit. It should be a singular message. You have I don't want to get into the politics shit, but you have people in my state blaming this current election cycle on black men instead of blaming it on the Democratic Party not offering them something worthwhile to vote for them. That makes no fucking sense. So this system is broken on so many different fronts that it has to take a coalition, not necessarily from people like a King Von. It takes it from the Jay-Z, the Kanyes, the Drakes, I'll take Eminem. Fuck it. Why not? Tech Nines, Hobsons, J. Cole's, Kendrick. It take them turning around and saying, all right, we not finna put on no rap lyric to sell you the game. We not finna do that. What we finna do is we're gonna have a conversation, and not none of that bullshit ass panel that T.I. was on in Georgia with Candace Owens. Get Candace Owens the fuck up out of here, cause she's a grifter.
Hey, actually, let me just say that was hilarious because she's a joke. I don't
it's
even.
Not hilarious.
I don't even. No. Let me say this. I don't do politics at all, so I don't have sides or horse in the race. But let me say this. It's a joke because he exposed how ignorant she was. I mean, that's just how people are in the world, man. People don't understand.
But her ignorance is like a cancer or a disease. Her getting on stage and spouting bullshit, even though Killer Mike checked her spouting that bullshit still crashed some fucking cars in some people's brains to thinking that stupid ass way. We cannot have that type of mentality moving forward. We shouldn't be shaming people for wanting to be educated in our community. We shouldn't be shaming people if they don't want to have sex before marriage. We shouldn't be shaming people if, they want to do different activities besides basketball, football. Motherfucker might want to play lacrosse. Yeah. Might want to play badminton. See, of this.
Like growing up, like hell, like I kind of went through that because I'm like, I remember going to like school, like I was like second, third grade, and I was like, I had dudes that were straight mad at me. That was like, "Wait, you live with your mama and your dad? Yeah. You see your dad every day? Yeah." And like I'm like, y'all straight up mad at me over this shit? Like I ain't had no choice in that. But I also remember people used to give like me shit because I'm like, I was different. Like, I didn't care, about being, hardcore in the streets and shit. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to go to school. I'm trying to go to work. I'm trying to play this game of, fucking whatever. Instead of, going like, man, I need to go rob this or that house. I don't do that shit. I'm like, dude.
Here's the key takeaway.
I swear, had a girl tell me like you safe, you don't do nothing. I'm like, what kind of bullshit? All right.
Here's the key takeaway from all this shit, right? And this is the difference between our community and all these other communities in the United States specifically. We have been forcefully conditioned to develop tunnel vision. Mm-hmm. Stay with me here. Stay with me. Mm-hmm. So we've been indoctrinated through looking at TV, cartoons, and internet and BET to where we're going to be football player, rapper, basketball, right? That's all we got. That's it, right? But when you look at other communities, the Asians, the whites, the Hindus, the Arabs, etc., they're like, all right, somebody needs to design a logo for that Yu-Gi-Oh card. Mm-hmm. Somebody has to design this website to work. Somebody has to design the, repair this camera they need to shoot the news on. Somebody has to edit this footage. See, all of the opportunities that we could be pursuing, we've been mentally cut off from it, even though it's readily available and accessible. Everybody could be shooting home movies. How many black folks got iPhones? iPhone is more than enough quality to shoot some home movies on. But how many people doing it? See, this is the thing. We have opportunities around us, but we don't know they exist because they've never been shown. They've never been exposed. So when you mentioned your trap earlier, how you mentioned your trap, if I took you through the woods, better yet, I'm going to take you. Here's what I could do for you. I'm in Florida. I'll take you to the swamps. Let me know when you find the gator. You need to know what to look for. A lot of us don't know what to look for when that money hit. What is that bad friend? What is that good friend? Who's this? Who's trying to play me? Why can't I read my contract? What do you mean you own all this other stuff? Even if I go get a deal on my own, this is the stuff that takes our elders who are successful to turn around and say, "Listen, young one, let me look at your contract for you, son." Let me. Oh, worry, you just got that amount of money there. All right, bet. Here's what you do: put that in some IRAs, or some hedge funds. This is how you accumulate wealth. This is how you build it. The problem is we don't have a centralized location to blast that message. It's too fractured, too much static on the scrreen. For the people younger than 30, they don't know what that static is. That static is them white bees, not that rainbow.
Everybody wants, I'll tell you, I see some people say, I'm gonna spend $200-300 on pairs of Air Force. I'm like, look, my mama and my daddy commissioned me to not, throw no hundreds of dollars just on my feet only. They're like, look, let me go over here and get some New Balances. Them $30. I can get that. I can get what it's gonna cost him to get his one or two pairs of Nikes and whatever, and his Jordans. I can get 3 or 4 pairs of my shoes.
Absolutely.
And it's I still have money left over to do other things.
I mean, even, and I like Cat Williams' joke. I think it was the Pimp Chronicles when his son said he wanted a new Xbox, and he's like, "We can get this Sega, and you can get 200 games now." Versus that Xbox, and you get maybe one game that you're gonna beat in 6 hours, and that's what it takes. I mean, bro, I'm not trying to go on a soapbox because I know you got other topics about this shit, but I feel like at times when it comes to this topic, it's not as simple as let's execute plan 1 through 3. It's literally a fucking encyclopedia of shit that needs to happen. Not necessarily with people such as myself and yourself. I mean, we can contribute to it, to help it out or help it along, do our part, G.I. Joe and all that good shit. But it takes who are our metaphorical leaders who we really look to for guidance and ones who have integrity. Not that Lil Wayne bullshit. I'm happy with Lil Wayne with that Trump shit. I understand why he did it. Not happy with that shit because Lil Wayne on some fuck shit. I mean, bro, and listen, I understand where Wayne coming from. I understand what happened to him as a child. I understand, police officer saving your life. Guess what, Wayne? That was one cop. The other 99 are beating niggas out here like flapjacks, bro. I don't, bro. No one's saying that cop that saved you is a bad cop. We're just saying the job that he had has a lot of fuckery in it, and it needs to get fixed. And we can't do that if every time we try to do some shit, you run out there with your grill on, sipping your lean to the Lil Wayne. Shut the fuck up, Lil Wayne.
All right. We gonna pivot.
Okay.
We emotionally charged this episode.
All right.
Rest in peace to King Von. Now, Meg the Stallion.
Oh God.
Has
what she did?
Here we go.
Oh God. I should have got some drink for this.
Hold on. Meg the Stallion has commissioned NetherRealm Studios has commissioned Meg the Stallion to do a promotional ad by cosplaying as Mileena from Mortal Kombat.
Ooh.
There's like 10 other girls like that I've seen that have just done that job better.
I mean, but
that's only because of who she is and she's hot right now. That's it.
Yeah, that's the only reason they did that.
That's the only reason why, because she's super popular.
But okay, so y'all ain't feeling that one. Okay, next topic.
Next.
I thought she did a good job, and she actually is into blurred culture and into she actually is tapped into what's going on. It's not just a money grab for her. This is like she may not be anime rapping or video game rapping, but she's actually
Meg Thee Stallion is about as tapped in as a fucking clock with no hands and batteries, bro. What the hell are you talking about?
No, I watched a live that she did with Funimation. They had her come on and they grilled her, and she knew.
You mean the question she prepped for?
Yeah.
Oh, let's not do that to her.
Bro, it's a media run, bro. If I walk up to Meg Thee Stallion and I say, "Yo, you ever heard of an anime called Berserk?" You think she gonna know that?
Best show ever. No.
I think she would.
No. Like, I walk up in the different anime groups, and they're like, "Oh, what you watching?" "Oh, I'm watching this version of Gundam." I'm like, "Oh, the only Gundam I know about is the one that was recently on tonight, which was Iron Blooded Orphans." I'm like,
but we can't do. Hold up, now I'm in the Gateway Blurs.
I've been in a Gundam since 2000 when Gundam Wing started. And then work my way back and then front.
We can't hold on, because I've been to Gateway Blurs group, and I don't know if Mel Weezy, are you in there? I had to add you in.
I don't think I'm in there.
Okay, but it's a lot of what I came to find out. It's a lot of black women in particular that are into anime, that are into video games and stuff like that, and they really are on. I just think that everybody has a problem with her being that we just see that she's super hot. So we can't really decipher.
No, fuck that. Hold on. Pause. All pause.
Here we go.
We ain't got nothing to do with her taking her cell phone out and being like, "Yo, I'm playing the latest Call of Duty back when the PS3 was out, back when the PS4 was out. Yo, I'm playing this new Devil May Cry. Yo, I just played some Dead by Daylight. Yo, I'm loving Assassin's Creed now. Look at how my characters, no, this is a press run for her. The dude she dealt with probably had PlayStation and wants some Madden and some 2K, but we're not finna get into Madden and 2K right now. She is not into, you can't get tricked into these press runs for this shit. Like, if she was so into this shit, who the hell she dressed up for as Halloween?
What's the dude from My Hero? Not Bakugo, but the other
Midoriya?
One. Yeah.
That's who she dressed up with? Was it anybody else in the picture with her?
Nope. It was her. She did the costume and the makeup and everything else like that.
See, like that's like too easy. That's like the thing.
Yeah, that's a super popular show.
Well, I mean, and then she a lot of her wardrobe, if you go on her page and stuff like that, is DBZ, Sailor Moon.
All the big names.
Hold on, wait a minute. I sat in on her live too, and people was grilling her about it, and she was breaking it down. I forget exactly all the shows that was mentioned because it was a whole bunch of blurs that ran in there, and they was like, "Yo, they was like, yo, what about this show?" And she was actually telling her what she felt about the show. She was like, "Yo, I like this and this and this, and I felt like they could have developed this character better." this is like this person didn't get as much screen time like I wanted, but I love this character. You know.
Yeah, but I popular shows, I feel like it's an audible on a popular show.
Yeah.
Like
that's too easy.
Like how you feel about this fucking what was your favorite character? We can do popular again from the 90s. So how you feel about how Cowboy Bebop ended?
I mean, but hold on. We had to have her, and one day the show will be that big that we'll have her on in the middle, and we'll sit there and we'll play 21
I'm
questions.
gonna drag the fuck out of her.
No, don't.
I'm just gonna be like, it's the same thing. It's like that scene from Too Fast, Too Furious.
Absolutely.
Do I want the Gallo 12 or the Gallo 24? I think 24. I ain't no pizza place that sold engines.
There you go.
It'd be like that.
Do you think that she is actually up on her anime, or we just gonna just? You know?
I think. Hold
on, Breezy.
Okay.
I gotta ask Mel Weezy jump in here because he did quiet.
I don't really know, man. I honestly don't know. She could be a fake anime girl. I don't know. I mean, I guess you would have to get her in a room and break down. You see, I'm not big on anime, so I didn't really have much to say. But I'm not gonna try to fake it. But
bro, fuck that. Flip the script. Be like, yo, how you feel about Rugrats? Like, we can go cartoons with the shit. How you feel about the first season of Avatar: The Last Airbender? Like, it ain't got to be strictly fucking anime. Look, I got you.
That's true.
Like, yeah, where you want to take it?
I like animation, but I mean, I'm not into anime. I mean, I watched Batman animated series growing up, X-Men, stuff like that, Voltron, Transformers. Yeah. And I mean, some of that stuff technically, like Voltron, was technically anime.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You're asking me about old girl if she's into anime. What's her name? Is it? We talking about Meg Thee Stallion? Who are we talking about? I'm lost.
Yeah.
I almost feel like some of them cats, and I don't want to sound sexist by saying, I think sometimes they just take whatever's popular. Oh, dudes love Dragon Ball Z. Oh, dudes love Avatar. Oh, dudes love this. And I think it's just like
oh my God, I've seen that.
Man. They just do what everybody else is doing.
Yeah, I'm like, I've seen girls do that. Like, I've been in different groups, and they're like, oh, hey, what's your favorite anime? I'm like,
yeah.
And I picked the most off-the-wall ass shit. I'll be like, yeah, I like Wedding Peach. And it's like, oh, what's that? I'm like,
he made it up.
No. Wedding Peach actually exists. No, Wedding Peach actually exists. Is worked on by dudes who worked on Sailor Moon and Yu Yu Hakusho, and it don't take as long, and it's just as good. I'm like, I know my shit.
I feel like too we got to start educate because that's kind of plays into our last topic is that we have to start, I think, educating some of these people on like what's really going on in our culture. I think we had this big iron wall that it turns people off to where it's like, you know, and then it makes them
got no iron gate, no iron wall. What it is these motherfuckers ain't had no interest in our culture in the first place. They just looking to dip their toe in it, get a couple extra sales for an album, and then bounce house their ass up out of there.
It's the same shit like with all right. See, I'm a wrestling fan. We can spot the fake wrestling fan in a second. That motherfucker got on a Bullet Club shirt, the one that I should be having in the fucking store right now. He got it. He looked like he wearing a goddamn nightgown in it. And I walked over to him to do the damn nightgown. For real, he do look like he wearing a nightgown in that motherfucker. That shirt is down past his kneecaps. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I see that on a dude. I'm like, you wearing a fucking nightgown. That's what this is. So that's that. And I walked up to him, threw up the too sweet sign. His ass didn't know what I was doing. I'm like, you a fake wrestling fan. Get your ass out here, man. Like, how you gonna have on a Bullet Club shirt? Matter of fact, the one I want right now, I should take that shirt off you right now and put that motherfucker on.
You know what?
Walk up to Meg Thee Stallion and ask her, yo, what time is Austin coming?
Exactly. And she don't know. I'm like, and it's the same shit with comic books. Like I have people who do that shit right now. It's like they're like, oh, Wolverine and Sabretooth's brothers. I'm like, You saw X-Men Origins Wolverine, didn't you? Okay, whatever the fuck you got to say is invalid because you don't read comics, you don't read shit. You just watch the movies and you hear. And I'm like, dude, I used to get hated on in middle school and high school for like comic books and shit. All of a sudden now, after the Avengers hit big and shit, like
everybody on it,
everybody want to be all up in it. I'm like,
for real, hold up, wait a minute. But in a way, the same stuff we getting on the game bangers, we up here blurred banging. We over here, we blur.
No. It ain't the same thing. It's different. I'm like, this was my thing. It was cool. And then you had all these other motherfuckers run up in it acting like they know every goddamn thing. I'm like, no, you don't. Like, that ain't even the damn storyline.
Iron Wall and the Iron Gate.
I'm like, Iron Wall and the Iron Gate. Anytime, at any moment, they can go into any comic book shop, any small electronics store, and get any of these things and check it out for themselves. Nobody is just like, oh, you can't read any of the Wonder Woman comics because you're a fake fan. Like, no, we like what it is, and this is the problem. When we find another person who likes Star Wars or Star Trek or any of that shit, we geek out. We like, oh, you like this? And then we come at them like, yo, what is all these things? Do you like any of these things? How do you feel about this? And they send it like this, Baby Yoda? Like, no, what else
like,
you got?
You got fucking,
Baby Yoda.
It'd be like that shit. And it's like, damn it, like
I thought you was like me. I thought
we was rooting for you. Everyone was rooting for you.
Pretty much. You were the chosen one.
Mm-hmm. And we got to deal with that shit. And it's like, I'll walk out and like I'll have on my Bullet Club shirt because I got like fucking 10-0. And like I'll walk out somewhere, I'll have on a Fatal Fury hat. I have on my Fatal Fury hat, people start calling me Terry Bogard, and I'm like, all right, cool. And then sometimes like I've even had other dudes in other Bullet Club shirt walk up. We look like we about to have a whole fucking conversation in the middle of fucking schnooks. He put up the Bullet Club sign. I put it up too. Too sweet. And it's like we go about our day. That's how the fuck it is. That's how it's supposed to be. I shouldn't have to walk up to this motherfucker and go like, and he don't do nothing.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
Well, I'd be like, dude, what the fuck? Like, why the fuck you got your shirt on? You wearing a fucking nightgown? I want that damn. Take off the shirt. Take it off.
Nobody is trying to
bird begging. You the better like
listen, back like, give me the shirt.
Now you gotta take this.
Nobody is trying to interrogate what most people don't like, and I think this goes across the board, is nobody is trying to interrogate anybody when they see that they have something like of geek culture, nerd culture on their persons. What it is like, okay, here's somebody that likes the thing I like. Let's try to relate to one another with this thing. And then when you walk up to them and then you start to talk about said thing and they don't know what the fuck it is at all, other than they were told to wear it or their boyfriend likes it or they saw it trending on Twitter, it's kind of like, well, damn, here's another fake fan that doesn't know shit about the thing I like. And it's like, it kind of makes you...
It reminds me of the fucking days where you had to go up to somebody, had to go up to them quietly, like stick up to them like, hey man, you like anime? And it's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, shit, cool. All right, cool. Like we had to endure that shit back then. Now it's like it's the end fucking thing. Like with comic books and shit, it's like for real. Like now it's like, oh shit. Like some people be like, oh dude, I play fighting games. What fighting games you play? I play Smash. Like yes and no. That counts, but it don't. Can you say Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, King of Fighters, Fatal Fury, any of them? No. None.
All right.
Damn, that don't count.
All right, Seirzaku. We blurred. We big blurred banging. The next topic.
You know what? For the next 10 weeks, I'm just gonna have on a Bullet Club shirt every different show.
Like folks who play nothing but World of Warcraft and say they play video games. No, you play a video
game. You do not play. Yeah,
play
exactly.
Games.
Plural, not singular.
There you go.
So, Mortal Kombat, the combat pack. Hold on. Matter of fact, Seirzaku, you brought this story. You have the floor, sir.
All right, so I woke up this morning, checking my phone and shit, the normal stuff, and I saw it was like Combat Pack 3 leak. Like, hold up, we got Combat Pack 3 coming, And it's like, all right, so normally the last 2 packs been like $15, whatever. This one's $25. 5 characters. And I'm hyped.
Who the 5 characters?
They haven't said yet.
Oh.
But we're getting 5 more people.
The screen.
Who I want to be in there? Just give me Takeda, give me Kung Jin, give me Reptile, and you know what? Bring back Kai from Mortal Kombat 4 because I feel he wasn't given a fair shake.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? Either surprise me with 1 or 2 characters. I figure we're gonna get somebody else that's gonna be a guest character. And I feel we're gonna get Jean-Claude Van Damme up in this motherfucker.
No, I don't think he's gonna. I think it's
and if they give us Jean-Claude Van Damme up in this motherfucker, I'm debating: do I want him from Universal Soldier or do I want him from Time Cop? Because either way, I'm like, fuck yeah, do it.
I want. Who do I want?
I would love for Ashura to come back. Or Shujinko, one of them.
I would like. Who would I like? Ermac, old school OG Reptile.
Reptile.
Who else would I want back from back in the day? I would like Ornaga. And I guess I would like old school OG Kung Lao, but I think they're gonna, they might save him for the next one. And like I said, Duke Nukem and Bruce Willis. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead and we got Rambo, we got RoboCop, we got Arnold, Terminator.
If they already putting in every big action hero, just go ahead and put Jean-Claude Van Damme up in here.
Or put Shaft in there.
That'll never happen. That'll never happen.
That'll
never happen, bro. Never happen. I can see them doing a Jean-Claude Van Damme from Bloodsport because it kind of lends itself more. Now, I don't play Mortal Kombat, so I'm just speculating. But I can see them doing that because that more is in line with the type of game, because Mortal Kombat is super extreme, and that would be the kind of character they could pull for him. I mean, the other ones would work too. Cyborg and what you say, Time Cop, those would work too. But I just feel like Bloodsport would fit more into
I can see that too.
The style of Mortal Kombat. That's just me. I mean, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying. But
I would love it though. Either way, like just put JCVD up in there. You know what? I'll give you another $25.
I'm sure. Hey, I'm sure he could use the money. I mean, it's broke. I'm sure he could use the money. So
he's still pumping out movies year after year. I'm like, damn.
Straight to video.
Like they straight to video, but like, damn, he be like in like 20 movies this damn year. I'm like, man, you know what? I don't even blame him. He walk off one set, walk into another one.
Hey, you gotta get that money.
But you know what? You know what that speaks to, Killzone? And this is kind of like, I'm just gonna go broad with this. I think that every company now treats these games as like a living service. They want to see how many, in DLC packs they can sell, how many characters. You look at like what they're doing with Smash, what they're doing with other games, where they're trying to give these games life. Look what they're doing with Smite. They're bringing the Ninja Turtles in. Everybody wants that DLC money, man. I mean, what did Call of Duty make in like microtransactions this year? Like over like $1 billion, $2 billion.
Too damn much.
I mean, shit. You look at the money. Look at FIFA alone. Like FIFA, FIFA with Ultimate Team, like it's just like, holy Jesus Christ!
Think about 2K, man. 2K.
The first month alone, they made over like $500 million.
Yeah,
the game wasn't even out halfway through a month yet. They had already made $500 million just off of Ultimate Team alone on FIFA. I'm like,
I think FIFA is the biggest sports game. I think it's bigger than Madden, bigger than 2K, because it's worldwide, man. And a lot of cats who don't like basketball and football, they like FIFA.
They playing FIFA.
Cool. Yeah, for real.
like FIFA took over, and like that's why they really not giving a shit about Madden no more because it's like, well, FIFA's the top dog, and it's pulling down more money.
I don't think that's exactly what it was. I think they were focused on the next gen version. I think this last gen got the short end of the stick. And they were like, you know what? Forget current gen. We're gonna focus on next gen.
I think you're right. It's very hard to copy and paste sometimes.
Exactly.
You know what?
Yeah, it's true.
I can see that.
Historically, it's always been the other way around. It's always been we're gonna give everything to the current gen because everybody's gonna be on it, and next gen is gonna suffer because nobody's gonna go buy it. But now that everything then pretty much sold out virtually everywhere, they're like, oh well, they kind of paid that they gambled, and it's gonna pay off for them because they're gonna be able to just they're gonna be sell the upgrade version. Like I got the Call of Duty on
some of them is just doing straight up. You buy the PS4 version, you get the PS5 version on some games like Madden, UFC. You automatically get grandfathered in if you got it already. MK11 is like, hey, you already own it? Okay, we're gonna give you just you can go ahead and upgrade the PS5 anytime. So I'm like, all I gotta do is go online my PC. I already own it physically. Just go ahead and buy it.
Yeah, you know what's super bogus though, man? Is like you think about 2K. They're charging $70 for the next gen 2K. I want it on my Xbox Series X. I'm like, okay, I'm looking in the store to pre-order tonight. I'm like, that mug is $70.
Bro,
not the legendary edition, like the straight up, just standard edition, $70. I'm like,
they're
killing people, man. I'm like, bro, I want the game, but
dude, you know how much work
in the process.
You know how much work it takes to port something like that, like to a next gen like that? They got to sit down, open the file, highlight all the code, right click, copy, and then paste.
Well, let me say this, Breezy. To their defense, if you've seen the trailer for 2K21 on next gen versus current gen, dude, it's like night and day, dude.
Yeah, I mean, but
that blows it away, dude. It ain't the same engine, bro. It ain't the same engine.
It looks good and everything, but I'm just kind of like, am I really ready to drop $500 right now on a new system? And I look over my PS4.
Yep.
And I'm like, I still have fucking games I'm playing on this. What do I need to buy a PS5 for? Ain't nothing coming out right now that I can't already get on PS4.
Yeah, that is true.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
But
I really don't need to do this yet. Like, I have time now. Unless they decide to completely just fuck me over and go like, hey, there ain't gonna be no more shit for MK11 coming for regular. You need to buy a PS5.
No,
they do that shit. I'm like, why you gotta hurt me like that? Why you gotta do that to me? I've been a loyal fan. I bought Mortal Kombat 3 vanilla version, and then I had to wait 6 months to buy Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Why you gotta fuck me like this? This fucked up. But it's what it is.
Well,
it's a business, man.
This year in 2K22, we've increased the texture on the Spalding logo on the basketball.
Get out of here, man. I hate to say it, man. Breezy, I'm gonna just keep it 100 with y'all. I'm probably gonna buy the game because I really want to see the next gen graphics. I really want to play it. I mean, I know what I'm getting, man. I mean, it is.
Well, yeah.
I ain't mad at you.
Fair,
hey,
I'm not even mad, man.
For Seirzaku, it makes sense, right? Because he's streaming 2K19, WWE 2K19.
Oh, okay.
And there ain't no WWE game out on PS5 yet, and they know that they got to still make up for 2K20 being a shit show. And I mean, flat out, I bought the Legendary Edition SmackDown 20th anniversary. Down since day one-ish edition with all the shit.
This dude was serious, man.
Like, for real, dude. I was ready. I was getting ready to move characters, and that motherfucker didn't work. I was
heated. Broke the piggy bank.
It was $100. Like, I thought about the year before. I was like, I'm going to get that Ric Flair dish. I'm straight to get it. And I was like, nah, man. You still got other stuff you need to do.
No, you was like, woo! Woo!
That's what they were saying in the fucking offices when they saw a bunch of people bought that $100 edition. They were there going, woo.
Yeah, and it's like I got all my shit together with this one. My homeboy, he bought this too, but he didn't get some of the goods that was in it, some of the physical goods. He was pissed. He had to get on Twitter, and they ended up sending him like some extra stuff. But like, I installed this fucking game, got all the DLC for it, and the game is still a buggy, broken piece of shit mess.
Oh no!
To the point that they was literally about to cut off the servers on 2K19. All of a sudden, yeah, we've extended that for the foreseeable future. So I'm still having to do shit on 2K19. We had, dude, like I straight ran Halloween Havoc 2 weeks ago. That pay-per-view was fucking good. And we had characters dressed up. We wouldn't have been able to do that shit on 2K20. We would have loaded up one character, it would have crashed.
Wow.
It would have crashed. It would have crashed faster than Chris Brown dying and stomped the yard.
Wrestling is fake.
I guess they forgot to copy a comment or something.
I mean, you know what? Yeah,
like I'm like, I was so heated because and the worst part is I can't take this motherfucker back. But you know what? I got this on my mantle, and it reminds me, you don't need to buy every limited edition of a game to come out right now.
Facts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna just keep it real. The last couple of years, I got duped to buy No Man's Sky before they fixed it. That was a ripoff, $60. Oh, it's gonna be next gen. It's gonna be the world's going. It's all all you can play with your friends. You can see them in space. Game was horrible. Now they have fixed the game now, like 2 or 3 years later. I bought Avengers. I can't even play Avengers, man.
Oh, we gonna talk about Avengers?
Well, let me
let's do it.
Let me talk about Avengers.
Hold up.
I thought it was solid. Killzone. It's a solid game.
I like it. Let me tell you my problem with it. Let me tell you my problem with the game. Let me tell you my problem. They're trying to do a Destiny type, multiplayer online game, which is cool and all. I can't play the game without getting motion sickness because the camera is shaking the whole time. So I turned that off, and I still can't play. I haven't even beaten it yet. And I do like the game, but I'm like, it's the design. And then also the way it's set up, dude. I mean, they want you to spend money in the game. They're trying to do the microtransaction game. They got that on lock. The game is not bad. I just don't like some of the design choices they make in the game. That's just my opinion. I think it's a good game.
I beat it. Like the story mode, but it was like Destiny 1 all over again.
Yep.
We got to the end game. It was fun building up the characters. Like I had my build of Hulk where he punched you about 4 or 5 times, then you miniaturize because he got pin particles. Well, no, that was Black Widow. Hulk, I put extra gamma on. He was doing double damage and jumping around, destroying everything. I was putting like ice damage, plasma damage extra with Iron Man. I
think Miss Marvel's dope on there, dude. I think she.
Miss Marvel was definitely goated on there. But I had me and Black Widow, we had a thing going on, and you know what I'm saying.
She did, right? She died. And...
I mean, spoilers, but I mean, not in Marvel's Avengers.
That was 2 years ago.
Yeah, but not in Marvel's Avengers. She's alive and kicking. But we're gonna segue into 2 different topics because the one topic that I thought and I saw it coming. And that's why I told everybody, I said, you need to get your legendary Pokemon now because in the future, when they get to the Switch, they're going to do a whole big old event that everybody go catch all of them. But if you like me, you got your 3DS. I kind of cheated a little bit. I went to Mo Game Con. Shout out to Mo Game Con, Rich and everybody over there. I bought a game and they already had legendaries on it, right? Then they start giving them away. So now I'm about to go do that free trial of the Pokebank, transfer them mugs, update the game, transfer them mugs over, and I'm almost done. I might have to get the expansion pass just to catch a couple Pokemon that I might have missed, but I'm pretty much done already.
You let me know when they come out with Stadium 3. I'll come out of retirement.
It's basically hold on. Sword and Shield is basically like Stadium 3.
No.
But, hold up.
No. I want legit. I want a Stadium 3. I want it to be just like Pokemon Stadium 2, but with high resolution graphics. I want to be able to send my team over from my 3DS right now, and I want to just be able to whoop everybody ass.
You can do it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You can do it. If you can. If they have made it the way that Sword and Shield is set up, they took what was good about
Oh, my bad, bro.
They took everything about the original games. They took everything from Gale of Darkness, Stadium, and all that, and they made it in. They put it all together into one game, and that's why I think Sword and Shield did so well. And then they've opened it up, like all the challenges that you could do in Sword and Shield. I mean, that's Stadium and Stadium 2, because I got Stadium 2. You can do those in Sword and Shield. Like they have limited time events, limited time Pokemon, limited time like different matches you can only do in the daytime, different matches you can only do in the nighttime. You have to go at a certain time to the frozen tundra or whatever the whatever the island is, and you can see your Pokemon that you got riding the waves, or flying around and stuff like that. So everything that we wanted. The only thing they didn't get right was the MMO. Like they need to make a Destiny type lobby where I can go into this area and then I can see you walking around, and then we just take our Pokeballs out and throw them, and we instantly battle. You hit a button, I hit a button, then we start battling right there. Like that's the only thing that they missing right there. And other than that, that's what Sword and Shield is. But back to the console wars. Who do y'all think going?
Let me say something real quick. I want to bring this up because it's Pokemon Go, and that's the only Pokemon game I play. You guys realize this mug has made $1 billion in the first 10 months of 2020. Since that game came out, it has made $4 billion. So I'm just saying, man, Pokemon's alive and well. And you talking about the Switch game, I need to, eventually get that. But anyway, I just want to bring it up, man. $1 billion during Corona. Thanks, Corona.
Yeah. Hold on, Weezy. We don't say the C word around here.
My bad, bro.
It's all good. It's all good because they like to put you in a whole separate category. It's my bad. It's even worse than saying a curse word, but it's all good.
The pandemic.
But so who do y'all think? All right, who do we got? I know Mel. I was trying to get both of them. I know Mel Weezy is team Xbox. I'm team multi-console owner.
Man, you sound like Tech Dre.
Yeah, because see, look, when we were young, it made sense because it's over there, the Console Wars book. Like it was in the show that they had on CBS All Access, which is a pretty good special. If y'all haven't watched that, I actually read up. They gave me half off on CBS All Access, so I'm watching Picard now. But I'm gonna watch that, and I'm gonna watch the what is it? Level Up or Next Level on Netflix. That's a good series.
Picard is straight, man. Picard is good too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, man. When who y'all got? Like, I think PlayStation has the game. I think Xbox has the tech. And I think with Game Pass, I think people are starting to see, the Game Pass is probably a better value across the board because not only can you play it on the Xbox, you can play it on your phone, you can play it on your tablet. They even trying to get it on PlayStation and the Switch. They they want to get Game Pass on the Switch and on PlayStation, and Nintendo is for it. They just the chat is just gonna be disabled. I mean, Game Pass will just be an app anyway. But that right there, I think would bring a whole different, like to get Halo running on the Switch. Maybe having to be a low res setting. And then it's the HD Switch or the 4K Switch that's gonna come out, or the Switch Pro or whatever they're gonna call it. I think will be able to handle. I think we might see Game Pass on the 4K Switch Pro or whatever the case may be. I think it'll be able to handle and run those games no problem. But the PS5 just got the games. Like,
yeah, PS5 does have the games. I will give it that. But I mean, Xbox does have better tech, and they do have a better, subscription service with Game Pass compared to PlayStation Now. That being said, I'm currently staying neutral because I know they're getting ready to cut off all this shit on Xbox 360 and the PS3.
Smart man.
Like, I remember when fucking Nintendo cut off the Wii. The next day, I had everything that was on the Wii shop downloaded to my Wii. I had the weather, the news channel turned the fuck back on, and they still on to this day. Every morning when I get up, I don't change to channel 2, or channel 5, or channel 11, or channel 12 to 6 news. I got a Wii for that.
And it's on all night. All he do is pick the nunchuck up.
Just like, what's up? Like, oh, it's gonna be a nice 70 degrees tomorrow. Damn. I thought it was November. Damn, okay, cool. And I can do that. And it's like, yeah, I modified my way to do that. And it's great as a result. Yeah, I don't have the ability to use YouTube or Netflix no more, but I wasn't using that on there anyway. That's what the PlayStation 4 for. So it's what it is. But, I'm like, y'all getting ready to turn off everything on the PS3. Let's see what the fuck happens.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
well, I think that PlayStation Now is going to get overhauled and it's going to have more classic PlayStation games. I think it's going to start, and it's going to be cheaper. It's already cheaper.
It's going to have to be because they can't compete with Game Pass.
Well, I don't think at this point they don't need to compete with Game Pass because people still gonna go out here and buy these games. Now the real testament of this generation is, are people going to give up their PlayStation to get an Xbox to get Game Pass? Now Pass is gaining traction, but it's not gaining enough traction to where it's making something where Sony looking at it like, yeah, y'all gotta kind of have to do that. We don't have to do that. And I mean, if the fans make enough outcry, then it'll happen.
No,
I can't say that because we are getting a Snyder cut, and they stay.
Yeah, getting a Snyder cut. Warner Brothers has put all trailers for that shit, and our DMCA and people who upload them trailers for the Snyder cut. Anything Snyder cut related has been kiboshed.
No, I think it's coming. I think they because they wouldn't, because if they do that, you gonna see HBO Max crash and burn. No. And I think what they're doing is that what I read, the rumor that I read was they're going to make the DC universe into a multiverse. So Joker and the Batman is in one multiverse. The current DC extended universe, movie universe, is in its own universe. And then they're gonna put, the other movies are gonna be like the Static Shock is gonna be in its own universe.
I mean, you got Arrowverse. The Arrowverse, you already had the crossover where you had the Flash from the movie show up in the TV show, and it's like, okay, that there you go. You already got it set up.
So they're gonna probably do like a Flashpoint thing and then kill that shit after that, and that'll be dead.
I don't think it'll be dead because what's his name? Matt. What's his name? What is his name? What you call him?
I got some comments about this console stuff, so let me know when I can go.
I
actually posted something in the chat, and I want you guys to see that because somebody posted this on Twitter. GameSpot actually compared the load times between the Xbox Series X and the PS5. I tagged you on Twitter on this, Killzone. And just for instance, the game you love, Red Dead Redemption. Okay, not a big difference. Xbox Series X, it'll load in 1 minute and 4 seconds. The PS5 will load 1 minute and 5 seconds. So it's like a 1 second difference, right? But when you start going down the list, Final Fantasy, the last one, XV, Xbox Series X were doing in 48 seconds. The PS5 were doing 1 minute and 10 seconds. There's a couple games that actually almost 2 minutes more load time than the Series X. My point is, right now, if you're getting the Series X, you're getting a more powerful console. Yes, PlayStation 5 has the games. They got Miles Morales. They got, Sackboy. They got Horizon coming out next year. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm just throwing out some games they have. God of War.
I mean, that's all.
Laughing because Sackboy.
I'm laughing because what you're showing is you can load into some games faster, into some shit you gonna get bored with soon. So it's like, that's all.
Okay, all right, I respect that, man. That's your opinion. Let me finish though. I feel like what Xbox is doing is very impressive as far as from a tech standpoint. Now, but don't sleep on them, man. They already said they're going to buy more studios. Phil Spencer already said they're not done yet. They just bought ZeniMax. They bought that whole deal. They got all those games. They got exclusives coming out the gate in the next few years. So I think in the beginning, PlayStation's going to win it. They're going to win it for the first year or two. But wait until Microsoft starts dropping all these exclusives and they got a whole bunch of them coming out bangers and they start getting 8, 9, 10s, on Metacritic and stuff. People are going to be like, you know what? I got a PlayStation 5, but let me get an Xbox Series X. But they're going to go out and get it for exclusives. And I think that by the end of the generation, I think it's going to be very close. I don't think it's going to be a blowaway like it was this generation. I think it's going to be very, very close.
Yeah,
when it's all said and done, that's just my opinion.
But that's a big if though, Mel Weezy, because
it is.
Because they did this before. Because to be fair,
they didn't go out and buy all these studios until the end of the generation.
No, but I'm saying they came out. Xbox didn't need exclusives, and they
need exclusives. That's not
true. No. Not necessarily. No, I'm saying not necessarily because the ones that they had, half of them were quality. Half of them was kind of whereas PlayStation from PS3 all the way to PS4 has had from the beginning has consistently exclusives have gotten better each generation. Like generation over generation.
I don't know if I agree with that. I think PS3's generation with the PS3 was better than PS4. That's just my opinion. You guys can shoot me over that. I think PS3 was really good.
PS3, I look at it like this. PS3 had a lot of bangers, but I'm saying as far as just for me, as far as just generation over generation consistently, PS3 had more, but PS4 did have some. We ain't gonna sit up here and say God of War didn't really reinvent that franchise.
Oh no, we're
not gonna sit up here and say that Uncharted 4 didn't close out this franchise in a big way, because I had a feeling that and then we ain't gonna even talk about Last of Us 1 and 2. Bloodborne. We ain't. Yeah. I think this generation they kind of slowed down because they were coming from their own proprietary software to more industry standard software, and they wanted to learn how to use and understand it. I think PS5 they got some heat in their vault that they about to drop, and Xbox thinking everything is sweet because they
go down.
Look, it's gonna come down to pretty much for me which system has the fucking fighting games that I need to play.
You're probably on PS5 then.
Because here's why. I bought a PS4. I bought it strictly because of MKX. Because they canceled my PS3 version of MKX. I was straight heated. I had to pre-order. I had the Goro code, and it was like, well, they canceled it. What the fuck? Okay, fine. I gotta buy a PS4. I'll buy a PS4. I did it. And then I was like, okay, this is good. What are the fighting games out here? We got Street Fighter 5. What is this shit? Dropped it fast and Chris Brown died and stomped the art. Then I picked up King of Fighters 14. I was happy again. Then Samurai Showdown. All this good shit just keeps coming. So pretty much for me, because I stay in the fighting game circles, whatever has the fighting games that I want to play is where the fuck I am going.
All right. Sony and Microsoft, they have both pretty much gotten rid of doing crazy proprietary engine style stuff now. And everyone's pretty much universally going with the Unreal Engine 4, getting ready to move to 5. I'm transitioning to using Unreal Engine 5. And motherfucker's about to wild out. Like, graphics, there's not, like, clearly, you know, some studios are going to stand above the others when it, you know, in terms of utilizing both systems, hardware, and performance and graphic fidelity and shit like that. But what it's going to really boil down to is who can tell the best narrative experience. And Microsoft struggles with getting games to have crazy good narrative experiences. I like Gears of War. 4 was didn't like 4, didn't like 5.
It was done for me after Judgment.
Yeah. So I look at Microsoft, and when I think about Microsoft, some classic staples of Microsoft, I just do not see that single player experience with a banging ass story. When I see Microsoft, I see my first-person shooters. I see first-person shooters. I see Forza. I see, you know, the ultimate multiplayer, you know, dedicated servers, lobby experience. When I see Sony, I see we're finna give you a bunch of single-player shit that you can play when your internet's fucking down and you don't really feel like hanging out with a bunch of fucking people. Now, that's not to say Microsoft is not going to buy some studios and tax them with making a narrative experience. I just don't know how well that'll do, because most studios, and even Microsoft, doesn't really like shelling out lots of money for brand new IPs because it's too much of a financial risk.
Sony gonna drop that bag over and over again.
I think I've always felt like PlayStation, Breezy, focused on single player experiences, narrative driven. I totally agree with that. Yeah. But I feel like I love multiplayer games. I love playing sports games. I love playing action games. I love playing Destiny. That's a multiplayer game online. Yeah. I feel like multiplayer experience is much better on Xbox. That's why I'm Team Xbox, man. I'm back in the days of Halo, playing Halo 3 with buddies and all night long on 360 and having fun, meet people all over the world and stuff. So I have a lot of good memories. PlayStation is great if you like to play by yourself. If you don't have no friends and you want to sit around and play a game that looks great.
What up, Carl?
You know, PlayStation. We got a game system for you. It's called PS4.
Now, hold on.
I'm not saying they don't have the best games, but I don't know, man. It's cool. But I think single player games are overrated. I'm not saying they're not good.
I'm gonna say this because it needs to be said. While I could get the PS5 or the Xbox Series X, I took a third option.
Okay.
I built my own PC.
Welcome to the master race.
PC master races.
Welcome to the master.
And I have just been like, wait a minute. I got Xbox Game Pass. I can play this on my PC. Hold the fuck up. I can play every fucking Halo. All I gotta do is call up one of my 3 brothers and get the motherfuckers online with it, and we can do this. It's like,
yeah, you still on Microsoft, bro. You still in the Xbox.
I said, like, you know what? We can upgrade this PC constantly. PS5, I can't really do too much to it, and I know they're going to release a second model down the line because PlayStation has always done this. That being said, I'm going to PC and I'm modding all my past shit, and hell, I got a Dreamcast right now, and so for some strange reason, shit still keeps coming out for that, and I don't know how, but it does. And I'm just like,
that's dope.
I don't have a broadband adapter like everybody else does for their Dreamcast. I'm gonna try some shit and see if I can get it back online without having the broadband adapter. Or if I take a RJ45 to a RJ12 cable and see if that gets it online. See what happens.
You're what they call a unicorn, Seirzaku. You do your own thing. You go by, and no, I'm just saying I'm giving him props because he's not following the trends of everybody else. He said, I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to put myself over on the games. I respect that.
Well,
you're not trying to get into consoles.
I grew up as, like, I had friends that we would all get together every weekend, be playing on N64, PlayStation, Dreamcast, and all that shit. and you'd be like playing like, you know, Mario Kart, San Francisco Rush 2049, all that shit, and you could swear you was only playing 20 minutes. Next thing you know,
hours later,
it's like it's 2 a.m. No way, dude. Your mom just said Bagel Bites was fucking done. What the fuck happened? When the fuck did the sun go down?
Uh-huh.
And it's like, you know, that was scary. But that's how I had good times. And it's like, I have my Dreamcast now. I have NBA hoops, all the midway ones on that. Because I'm like, dude, soon as the C word fucking ends, I done told like 3 of my friends, like, no, y'all motherfuckers coming over here. We playing fucking NFL Blitz. We playing NBA hoops. We playing World Series Baseball 2K2.
Marvel vs. Capcom on your Sega Saturn.
We playing all we playing all them games on my Sega Saturn, my Dreamcast, my GameCube, my 6-4. Cause I'm like, all of my consoles, I get them names. So like, my N64 is just called Cruising. Because I'm cruising down the street in my
6-4.
So, I mean, with me, I kind of like my plan was to get both and build a PC this year. Like that was gonna be my I was supposed to be in Atlanta right now, over there with shout out O'Shea Duke Jackson for coming on the show once again, and shout out to Mel Weezy for joining us on the Geekly Podcast. I was supposed to be at ATL, getting my trick on, my drink on, running around, going to concerts, A3C, Dragon Con. I was supposed like y'all ever seen that scene in the in Kid Cudi's Pursuit of Happiness where it's him and Drake and they just so toe up and they just dancing in the middle of the floor. When it was cool. That was supposed to be me, and then I was gonna come back to having both of the consoles was supposed to be paid off. You know, when we probably would have had more. It would probably been some in store too, like it was because I didn't tell you this, Mel Weezy, but the next day after the PS4 dropped, I got up early in the morning. Now, mind you, I know y'all got home at like what 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
No, man, it was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. It was
y'all went and got breakfast. Y'all went and got breakfast.
Yeah, we went to like Steak and Shake or somewhere. Not Steak and Shake, like Denny's or something. Got breakfast. Yeah, we chilled.
So I went home. I went to sleep. I got up at about 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. Threw my jacket on because I was staying on Lindbergh. Then I walked down. I got on the bus. I put a trash bag. Got on the bus. Well, I walked up there, and then I took a trash bag, got on the bus, got home, walked in the house, hooked that mug up, tried to set it up in the front room with my mom or whatever, and tried to get the cable to work. It didn't work. And then, after that, I brought it back into my room. And I remember playing the Xbox more at the start of the generation because I was on there with y'all heavy. And then when the PS4 started dropping games, that's when it all shifted. But, and then I started getting into streaming, and like, I don't play a game for real off stream like that no more. Like that's why, we got this community here of folks, what I'm saying? I had worked real hard to build this up and to bring the podcast back too. So we have an audience and have people to come through. So, if everybody's watching this live, y'all make sure y'all Hulk smash that like button, share the stream. If you're new here, man, welcome to the channel. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all check out Seirzaku on Twitch. You check out Mel Weezy everywhere in the Geekly Podcast, wherever podcast is streamable. So I really, and then PlayStation just get into the YouTube because I built up the YouTube. PlayStation was like the obvious choice first, and then the day I was supposed to get the Series X, I was gonna go to the store actually and pre-order it at GameStop. I got called into work, so like my goal now is to bring the channel, with the PS4, PS5, and with the real talk videos and with the podcast to where I can do this full time and be on a PC, building the PC, and showing the rig and everything else like that. Because I'm kind of in the same boat with Seirzaku. I'm not really taking a side in it because like Tech Dre always says, when we was young, we had to pick a side because we was broke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you only had one
your
side.
pocketbook pick for you, man. Your money.
Yeah. Yeah, I was Team Sega growing up. I was Nintendo. I was Atari, then Nintendo, then Sega, then PlayStation, then Nintendo, then Microsoft, then back to PlayStation, then back to Nintendo, then back to PlayStation again, then back over to Xbox, then back to Nintendo, and now I'm just like, I'm going straight PC right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me ask you something, Seirzaku. Do you still say to yourself, maybe I'll get a console just for exclusives? You probably got a Switch, right?
I got a Switch, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you probably play Super Smash Brothers on there, whatever you're fighting, dude.
Shoot, no, actually, like, I don't even play Smash for real. Like, my one friend keeps trying to get me to, like, get into Smash. I'm like, dude, I'll play, but like,
not die hard.
I'm like, dude, I am amongst us. I am the fighting game champion. No, none of y'all can beat me. I am not only on top of the mountain. I am the damn mountain. I told people, like, look, man, you pick up this controller against me, there's gonna be consequences. They lose, and it's like, dude, like, you can't beat me in Street Fighter, especially if I'm using Ken. I have been using Ken since 1993. You're not gonna beat me.
I'm not. Well, hold up. I think I got you.
I think Mega Man could beat him, man.
Oh, you know what? Mega Man
can beat you, bro. Shout out to Mega Man.
No. You know what?
He's pretty cold, man. He's pretty cold.
Tell him pick up the controller. What's up?
We go look.
I tell you right now, these hands, they ready D for everyone.
Hey. So I'm excited. I'm actually just as excited. I'm hyped. I'm pumped. They didn't gave Miles and I got one more topic for us, y'all. And y'all gonna hate me, but let me find it real quick. Hold on. Let me hold on real quick. I'm trying to find where I put it. GameStop didn't want me back. And I'm gonna tell you how. I can't find the magazine right now, but they got Miles on the cover. But GameStop has really got me back. You know what I'm saying? And this is gonna blow the episode all the way up out the water. I went into GameStop because Target and Walmart are not selling extra controllers. I had to buy an extra controller because, you know, when I go out of town or whatever, my nephews or my cousins or whatever, and I'm be streaming right on the road.
Yeah,
I couldn't lead them out. So I walk in there and they say, "Hey, your membership been expired since 2014, and we're gonna give you a $5 off coupon." You know what I'm saying? Hold on. And then every month we're gonna give you a $5 off coupon, and you're gonna get member exclusive coupons for accessories, subscriptions, all this stuff, and we're gonna give you Game Informer, and you got this Miles cover right now. We're gonna send it to the crib, and you get both. You get the digital and you get the physical. And if you reserve a game, you get, depending on what game it is, you get game. The new thing they got is game coins. So they basically took Best Buy, Gamers Club, and they juiced it up on steroids. Right. So now you're gonna be able to get, if you pre-order Watch Dogs, they gave you $20 back. If you pre-order Cyberpunk 2077, they give you $30 back. So GameStop has heard, I think the new guy that they got working at GameStop they was gonna start making the esports stores and stuff like that, the game lounges and stuff like that. I think GameStop has really heard, just like the Snyder Cut. I think they really heard the fans, and they realized, the pickle that they was in with, before quarantine. And I think now with them moving into this territory and pretty much taking the ball back where Best Buy kind of let it go, now they're even with the risk, because they told me when I went to Best Buy why they stopped Gamers Club, and a lot of people don't know why. It's because my mom and pop retailers were going in there buying games tax free, and it's sometimes cheaper than retail. and they would drive all the Best Buys in the area, you know, and they would just buy 3 or 4 copies of a new game instead of ordering it. You know what I'm saying? They would go get the pre-order money, take that pre-order money, go get the game for $40, $50 and copy and pocket in the profit. So Best Buy was like,
it's actually pretty smart.
Yeah.
So Best Buy found out, they're like, we ain't gonna do it. GameStop is like, you know what? We love y'all, and we sorry. We sorry for absolving all the other games. I don't know about that. I'm just saying, it's kind of like the new guy that they got is like their Phil Spencer, where they're turning around.
No,
because I'm just saying.
Well, they did partner with Microsoft, so I'll give you that. They are trying.
So, but they're giving all this free money away, and I feel like now is the time for them to really step it up, and really make it happen. And then, Mel Weezy, I just now saw that message, but
yeah, I was supposed to leave a while ago, but it's all good, man. I've just been trying to, fight through. I got some stuff I got to do, so but hey, we good.
Oh, okay, yeah. But yeah, I think GameStop might be trying to win the people back. So,
I mean, I give them A for effort, because even what they did with their employees doing that whole TikTok dance off thing, that kind of blew up in their face though, because there was so much backlash. They actually stopped it. They had people trying to do dances on TikTok, and then whoever got the most votes, I guess, is that right, Seirzaku?
Yeah.
They would get more hours. And I'm thinking to myself, why do people have to do that to get more hours? But I guess like it's a hot commodity. They don't get that many hours to work.
Well, it was supposed to be extra hours on Black Friday, so that was extra holiday pay. It's like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Every time it's a holiday at work, I go in. I'll be like, let me log in like 30 minutes early. I'll leave 30 minutes late too.
Yeah. So
I mean, I like money.
I think maybe that I don't know if it was for more working hours. I think it was just them doing it to get extra pay on those days. I think maybe the wording came out different, because I figured ain't nobody finna do a TikTok dance to get some more money, like they Black Youngster or Bobby Smurda or Machine Gun Kelly dancing on top of the table, you know what I'm saying, at the daggone record label. That's the equivalent to that.
All this boils down to is just still fuck GameStop, right?
No, I can't say that, because they give you points and they give you money, and the CEO is, I think what that whole thing was, I think that was them paying them extra, and the way that they worded it and put it out there, like Mel Weezy said, it kind of blew up in their face.
Right. So let me make sure I get my wording right with this. Okay, this is how I truly feel about GameStop. Okay. Fuck GameStop.
Well, hold on.
I knew that was coming. I know it's a
little bit more personal for you though, because I know we ain't gotta talk about that, but I didn't go in there.
I am being a little too harsh. Let me apologize. I'm sorry for how I said that.
Don't you dare apologize, Breezy.
And here's how I truly officially feel. Fuck GameStop to the end of time. That's how I truly fucking feel about it. Because
Breezy, don't you dare apologize.
Bruh.
I never do.
All these points and coins and knickknacks and flips. Bruh, they did that back when I was working for them. We had it back on the big screen. You walk in, Mario would jump up and he would go, oh, a coin. And then next thing you know, people would sign up. And bruh, I think I passed the statute of limitations. So let me tell you something. We used to tell customers, right? We used to tell them when they came in, yo, sign up for the Gaming from the magazine. You get these discounts and these coupons, all this other shit, right? It's exclusive to you. Nobody else get these benefits, nothing. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. One code works for every customer.
Yeah. Yeah, we know.
So it's not you're not getting no exclusive, no head up, no leg up on none of that shit. You can literally sit there behind that register, type the same code in for people, whether they have an account, not have an account, give them 10% off, 20% off, 25% off, all that shit. I'm gonna tell you something else they don't tell you behind the scenes. Half the controllers, half them discs, we don't check if that shit work. They say they do, they fucking don't. Many of them creep that shit, because there's been many a time people have come in there and they be like, yo, you got this game? I'm like, yo, let me check inventory. Yeah, we got 5 copies. Go back there. They all gone. And a lot of them will take your pre-orders.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there was a story that came out, Breezy, a few weeks ago that they were stealing all the PS5 pre-orders and they were flipping them on eBay.
My manager was doing it. He was flipping them right there in the store to the camera. Yo, can I get this for this? Gave him $75. He was like, bet, bye.
People were lining up outside and they were sold out before people even got in the store. So they were turning people away. They might have had 1 or 2 out of 10 or 15 they had allotted. They sell 1 or 2 of them and everybody else would just be beat. We gave away hours. Yeah.
Duffel bags. We gave away DLC codes for characters, maps. The Monster energy drinks that was for Call of Duty. What was it, like Modern Warfare 1 or 2?
Yeah.
Bro, we had cases of that shit in the back, and we kept telling people we ain't have none, and the manager was keeping it for us and everybody else.
I believe it.
I mean, I can honestly say that because my boy used to work out at the one out in North County.
Oh no.
Y'all remember that Wii fiasco where it came traced back to that one? Yeah, apparently, we would get 15 Wiis. Only about 4 or 5 made it to the shelf.
That's how it go.
I hate to do this, Killzone, but I'm gonna have to burn out, man. Nice meeting you, Seirzaku and Breezy. Problem. I didn't met you before, man. It was fun. Thanks for having me, Killzone, bro.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for coming on, man. You welcome anytime, bro.
All right, man. Peace out, guys.
Peace.
Do not adjust your sets of televisions. We're still on fuck GameStop time.
I mean, it's legit. I know games. I can tell GameStop don't be on the shit because I'm like, look, I bought Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon from them, and you can tell how you know they don't check them damn DS cartridges when they're fake or real. Mm-hmm. On the back of every Nintendo DS cartridge, it has a whole serial number, and it has at least the first 4 letters is also on the front of the cartridge, on the cover art. them motherfuckers didn't match up. That's why that motherfucker kept stopping after fucking mission 2.
Yeah, people used to come in there and they hand over a disc with the whole label of the game on the disc, but you flip it over, it'd be Blu-ray, and it's like, yo, PS2 ain't Blu-ray. What are you doing? Mm-hmm. What's going on? The GameStop is hemorrhaging money right now. Bad. With all these companies having their own digital store, which is direct to consumer, and they're releasing consoles that are discless. Yeah, they hemorrhaging.
Why you think we really kind of want to get them disc drive ones? Because we don't really want them discless ones. Because it's that's gonna fuck with your money.
Absolutely. Well, I'm only saying that they kind of resurrected the Gamers Club, and for me, this being a physical media thing for me, because I like having digital, but I'm gonna just keep it a bean with you. This is my first 4K Blu-ray movie. Now I know Seirzaku gonna be like, huh? What? You got this? I mean, yeah. First half of the movie, fire. Last half of the movie, I kind of saw it coming, but I still hopefully they got some. Yeah, they hopefully.
What the fuck would you expecting to happen? This is a movie about dinosaurs getting loose, bro.
But I like the Endo Rex more than I like the Endo Raptor. And the only reason why they kind of punked them out, and hopefully they bring him and the Endo Raptor back, and we get some more modified, creatures. I want to see a pterodactyl with some spikes on his back, so when he land, and some spikes in his wings, so when he land, he can just he pick you up and smash you, and then you fall down. And
that's cool. But I'm like, my only issue with GameStop is like, man, every time I come up in here, I'm like, I know I spent like, this year alone. I don't know how to spend some money for this motherfucker. Why the fuck am I still not close to the damn $20 off?
Well,
I done bought like fucking 8 or 9 new games this year.
Well,
select titles buy 2.
But you know what though?
I'm over that shit.
That's what I'm going to tell you though.
I should be $20 off by now. I'm just at 15.
But that's what I'm going to tell you though. That now you gonna get that buying the game. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be able to get the money on the certain games. Like if you want to get,
say what I just said. Select titles. Fuck out of here.
But I'm just saying, if I get like, I'm gonna put it to you like this: I get Cyberpunk. That's $30.
What if I don't like Cyberpunk?
Okay, but I'm saying, I'm talking about for me and for a lot of people that's getting the mainline games, gonna be streaming them, and then it's gonna be some niche ones that we get that we're gonna pay full price for. That's just that's just the price of tea in China. But
and fuck it, I'm going to Korea.
But I'm just saying, like, we're gonna be able to flip, the games into, I'll be able to flip those purchases to get the physical game. And that's why I say that GameStop is kind of key. And then when I went in there, the guys they had in there, they were knowledgeable, they were friendly, they wasn't shaking me down. They felt like I was getting shook down and robbed.
Bro, he did shake you down. He told you sign up for the magazine and get the club. He wined and dined you. Oh, you had an account back in 2014. Oh, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna sign.
I mean, I thought about it.
Dining, bro.
No, I mean, but I'm just saying, like, from what they bought, because he took the time home. He took the time to break it all the way down, and he was like, it wasn't like exclusive or whatever. Like,
right, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You walked in there for a controller. You walked out with a subscription.
Oh no, I wanted the Game Informer, and I wanted to be able to get the extra bread on top of the bread they were giving you.
Okay, bro.
Hold on, they give you $5 to $10 extra on top of the $20 that they're giving you if you just pre-order regular. So that's what I'm saying is it was a better value for me to get physical games for this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for this. You know what I'm saying? And, it's always going to be some kung fu hustling going on, but this actually made sense is what I'm telling you. This time around
makes sense though from the standpoint
no, but I'm saying
businessman.
But I'm saying though, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying they kind of, like I said, they doing Gamers Club the right way. You know what I'm saying? They brought it back and they made it better. They give you more money in addition to the money they was gonna give you for you buying the game and getting the next game. Like they they and then they give you the points with it too. So and then if they basically every month give you $5 off on top of that, so they like you said, they hemorrhaging money, they messed up right now. They got this new CEO that's walking everything back like Phil Spencer. It's gonna take them a couple years, but if they keep this in place, it for the person who no, I'm saying if they keep this in place, if you're buying physical media, it's going to be you could buy a game in launch, whereas you could like right now you can get certain stuff on sale, like Resident Evil, you can get on sale 15. Both of them you can get for $30, right? And if you want 7 with it, you can get it. You can get the whole thing for $60. You're gonna get 2, 3, and 7 for $60. Now, like I said, for the physical media. So if I get Cyberpunk, right, I'm getting $30 plus the $5 I can get every month. Or I can go in there and turn it off and I can get, the extra rewards or whatever or save up. Then they give you extra points if you get the game format subscription, and I got to double check on that. But they give you extra. So you get 3-4 times points. So you basically could theoretically, Breezy, Seirzaku, you could theoretically get $10 to $30 off a game and then roll into getting $10 to $20 off a game. I'm just saying.
Okay, but
they give you free money for the big.
They're not giving you free money. They're not giving you free money. They are giving you, because here's the difference between what they're giving you and free money is free money you can spend anywhere. This is a credit specifically to their store for their policy.
But it's the same thing. But it's the same.
It's not the same thing.
It is the same thing as Gamers Club because I couldn't take the Gamers Club money.
Oh yeah,
that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's
but
the
that's
whole
still trash too.
But I mean, not necessarily because we can't. Because I mean, I didn't say so much on Gamers Club, and I know Seirzaku didn't say so much on Gamers Club when he had it. And that was gold. That was a golden era because you could walk. So GameStop has essentially resurrected that business model, and they have made. I mean, I understand. James Breezy, you hate him with a passion.
I'm okay.
I'm
it's
just
still
saying,
fuck GameStop. Still fuck GameStop.
I know.
I'm gonna move forward now. I'm gonna move forward now. It's still fuck GameStop, but they too little, too late because you have the main the thing they feed off of, leech off of. The Sony, the Microsoft, Nintendo's are pushing digital. We got maybe another 2 console generations for that shit strict digital.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it might be after this generation.
But it might be, so they too little too late to the party.
But I'm just saying, for this next year or two, when all the bangers is coming out, and I can roll that money over and potentially get by the end of next year, get God of War and Horizon for $30 a wop. I'm gonna be, especially now with the games going to $70. Like that's a whole nother factor. I'm just giving GameStop their roses.
I mean, they
about to go.
You could just spend 60 and just buy the PS4 version. It'll work on your PS5. Just like
I'm not giving a corporation or a business its fucking roses. It's a corporation / business.
Well,
if GameStop wants to do right by the consumer, they need to give people more for their fucking trade-ins. Number one, and number two, they should just make the policy that you signed up for flat across the board, that anybody who shops in their store gets that across the board. All these $5 and $10 and these are the same promotions they were running in '98 when me and my cousin went and got one of the Dragon. Well, no, it wasn't '90. It was like '99 or 2000. We got one of the Dragon Ball Budokai games. Same fucking thing they were running. This isn't anything new.
I mean, to be fair, Game Crazy came up with it first. Then Best Buy, and now GameStop is resurrecting it. And
Play and Trade. You can go to EB Games. You can go down the damn list, bro.
I mean,
whoever you pick.
I mean, they did an iteration of it, but I'm just saying to where they have made it now that because with Gamers Club, you didn't get points. You got money. You got gift certificates. You got gift cards, right? This you getting rewarded, and you getting the extra money off for the game. And I'm just making a point because I'm not waving the GameStop banner.
Bro, you talking about giving them their roses and shit. You signed up for a subscription to get more bonuses and rewards back. It's not that they gave that shit to you for free.
No, I mean, of course, Gamers Club.
You're paying for, like, bro.
Gamers Club, you had to buy in too. I mean, same thing.
Seirzaku, am I fucking crazy here? You could just save $5 every month, my G.
I mean, yeah, but I'm saying if they gonna give me money to roll over into these games because I'm gonna be streaming them, right? Instead
tax write off.
I mean, but that's when the money got to come in for a whole year for me to be tax writing off the games. Like I gotta be, we get rid. We are there. We are pretty much over halfway there. We got about 1,500 more watch hours, so y'all stream and like and share. Tell everybody, that's in the chat. Everybody, y'all show love because we dropping games and we playing games in here too. Now, simply the physical media, this was a clutch thing for GameStop to do at the turn. Like Xbox, I probably won't even. I'll take it back. I will be getting, probably a hard copy of certain games on Xbox. Like if they do a Halo Legendary Edition or whatever, if the reviews is good, I'll keep my Legendary pre-order for the Halo Master Chief, the Halo Infinite Xbox Series X. That's probably when I'm gonna get mine anyway. I will keep that pre-order to get the Legendary Edition with all the knickknacks and the making of and all of that different stuff right there, or the Halo. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll be able to take the $100 or whatever. I could chop that down and get it for $60. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying is for the physical media. I'm not talking about GameStop as a whole. We know they've been slime balls. We know they've been slumming it. But I'm just saying for them to bring this Gamers Club back, and they give you extra points on top of with the game coin or whatever the case may be, which is basically they just named it that because they couldn't outright say, "Hey, we gonna give you $20 back," because then Best Buy could be like, "Hold up, wait a minute, you taught me in our business model." I kind of 6ix9ine them right here, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying when it comes to GameStop. Now, the one that we got over here in North County off Lindbergh, the people was great. They didn't shake me down. They asked me one time if I wanted to pre-order something else or pre-order something. That was it. Like, it wasn't a shakedown no more. Like, they used to shake you down, break you down. The people was actually happy working in there. Like, I remember I went in there last year, 2 years ago, and then people just they didn't know nothing about games. Now they got people that's knowledgeable about games, that likes working in the store, that's actually happy being there. They treating their employees right. All the stuff you know what I'm saying now, that and the depression had to come on there and bust pipes. It had for them to be almost bankrupt for them to do it, but that's a lot of corporations.
First merchandise shirt gonna be fuck GameStop.
I mean, I can't. I'm not gonna argue with you there, Breezy, on that. I'm gonna be real for real. It's still very much that, but I gotta, for as far as what we got going on over here with the stream and everything else like that, and preserving, because they're gonna probably come out and give us, all of these launch games at some point digitally. I'm making sure that I get in where I fit in, to where I can afford to do it and then save some bread on the back end. That's all.
Okay, not a problem. I will listen. I've carried the fuck GameStop banner for years, and I will continue to carry that motherfucker until that company is in the ground.
I mean,
you gonna bury him too. You gonna be sitting there at the grave waiting on them to pull the hearse back.
I mean, it's what it is. Like,
yeah,
GameStop does some bullshit. I'm like, I have walked up in there with like 10 bullshit ass games, and all I've gotten is like, well, you're a pro account member, so we can give you
3/4 of paper clip and some chew gum. That's what they're gonna give you.
Exactly. I'm
now,
like,
hold up. I'm gonna say this too, right? I feel though, and I'm just gonna say this for everybody that's watching, because we got a lot of young folks that's watching. They go to GameStop, they go online to sell stuff or whatever, right? Keep your stuff. Stop selling your stuff as soon as you hit a little bit of hard times. As soon as you get frustrated or you want another game or something like that, you have to have it now. Keep your stuff and wait for these sales.
Yeah.
Like, you can't, if you know what I'm saying, unless you streaming, like I know we got, Abigail up in here, we got a Fob up in here that be streaming, you know what I'm saying? Like, unless you streaming, and you gotta that's why I brought this GameStop topic up, mostly for them. Like, I don't, I wasn't bringing it up necessarily. I'm bringing it up for myself and for them and for the people that's out there. But we always got to drop the jewel for the people that, But
I got you, fam. I'm bringing up that fuck GameStop energy, because we need it.
This is very much, what I'm saying? Yeah, but this is very much we still on the same page though. I'm just saying,
yeah, we are.
But keep your stuff though, because the memories that you have with said game, whether you played it for 20 minutes or you played it for 20 hours, is gonna stick with you forever in the rest of your life. The memories that you had, like Seirzaku said, and I've had many of them, Breezy that had many of them, being up for hours, being over at parties, playing the game, whatever, is gonna be with you forever. So don't give away your games, don't give away your content, because you're gonna sell it for a lesser price. As soon as it leaves your hand, you're gonna want it back. So
yeah, I mean, like there are like some games that I have sold back, like without a regret. Like, I had Street Fighter 5. I resold that motherfucker back to him. I had Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Edition. I said this shit is worse. I literally had the Street Fighter 20th Anniversary Edition, and I got the Alpha Anthology on my PS2. I took the 30th Anniversary back to the store, got my money back.
Bro.
I'm gonna say this. Some games is like, they gave you this bullshit ass version.
Oh, what happened to Breezy?
Oh, we lost Breezy? Damn.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, there will be sometimes I will have a game that's like, yeah, I can trade this in. I need some trade fodder. And I got shit. Oh, there you go. But most times I'm just like, some games I'm like, man, do you really want to sell this game? Like, I mean, come on, man, it's fucking Madden. It's like this year's version of Madden. Hell yeah, I'm gonna sell that motherfucker for like $20 off. It's Madden. I'm not gonna be playing it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I can't find nobody else that want to buy it first, no shit. Let me take it over her.
Mm-hmm.
Let me knock that price down off the next Call of Duty. Let me knock that price down off of whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I'm like, I'm probably going to do that next week because I got Madden 17 for like $1. I'm like, how much can I knock this price down?
Mm-hmm.
I know you're going to tell me some bullshit here in a minute.
Mm-hmm. Or you could put it on, and then that's the beauty of Facebook Marketplace. You could throw that same copy of Madden that they're gonna give you 25 cents for. You can sell it for $5, and keep it pushing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like I'm not saying I'm definitely because the GameStop as we know it is ceasing to exist. The GameStop of now, where they have these lounges and stuff, because it's been independent people that've been doing it. GameStop could do it on, and then like Microsoft partnering with them and everything. I feel like with this whole game coin, and then you get the extra on top of it with basically they version of what is it of Best Buy Gamers Club. Like I think it's a step in the right direction. We'll see if they're gonna be able to turn it all the way around, but I doubt it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And hey, we are going digital, but I just want to thank y'all for coming on. We got anything else we want to talk about, or any shout outs we want to
do? Right now, nah, man. I mean, I'm good. You know, I think we kind of covered everything tonight, except just that people tune in to my videos, man.
Oh yeah,
keep them watching. Check it out, man. You know, different stuff is happening every week. We're ramping up to Survivor Series. It's gonna be great.
2 p.m. tomorrow, right?
Yeah, 2 or 3, probably 2.
Okay, y'all make sure y'all check the description and y'all follow Seirzaku on Twitch.
If you missed the live show on Twitch, just wait for it to be up on YouTube a couple hours later.
Okay. Yes, sir. So y'all make sure y'all check.
And then we got all past episodes. Just tune in, see what happens. You never know what will happen. Well, I mean, I do, but
yeah.
Even then, sometimes stuff happens that I don't have no control over. Like the Double Dragon showing up and just whooping everybody's ass.
Yeah, no man. Reason. Y'all got to check out Seirzaku's channel, man. Like he really put his heart and soul into making these custom characters and getting some on the ones online too and tweaking them and making them his own and making these events and putting these storylines and everything together, doing the commentating and everything else. So, y'all make sure y'all check him out. We got to thank for Breezy for coming back upstairs from the back cave, and we definitely got to shout out to Mel Weezy for coming on, man. Double salute to him. Y'all check him out, the Geekly Podcast, and y'all just stay tuned, man. The podcast is still coming soon to the streaming services. I'm still working on some more, guests for the show. So shout out to JJ, the Big Bad Wolf. He's been busy. We haven't been able to get him on the show for a minute, but he's still with us here in spirit. And he'll get back on just like with Breezy. He'll get back on when time permits. And we just thank y'all for rocking with us in this version of the show, man. And we appreciate y'all for watching. And like I said, man, the wait is almost over. We in the home stretch. It took my money. So, you know what I'm saying? It's about to go down.
Almost time.
It's almost time, man.
It's going down for real.
Yep. So, next week, y'all already know we doing all the way up next week. We doing a new game every night. So tonight we did Infamous and Second Son, Infamous Last Light or First Light, and tomorrow, looking like a Killzone Shadowfall day tomorrow. We're gonna go do that a little bit of that campaign. Yeah, man, I kind of miss Killzone. Hopefully, the next Killzone is a bang.
I do too. I miss Killzone.
Like, I mean, You know, especially the way that they did it, like that the controller. And I'm actually waiting to see how this dual sense. Because I'm not gonna stop showing it to y'all. I'm actually waiting to see how all of this is gonna work. You know, what's it gonna, how it's gonna work with Spider Man. I like the design. I like the feel of it. Next week, I'm gonna tell y'all all about it. And we might start. I don't know if y'all catch up on Mandalorian. We can start talking about that next week.
Oh, I'm gonna catch that out tomorrow morning before I go to work.
Yeah, I'm not watching until the season's over.
Okay, so yeah, we'll come back at the end, y'all, and get y'all the critical breakdown of the season 2 and everything else. I'm about
Can't get worse than Game of Thrones. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, I mean, all things kind of fall apart.
Speaking of things falling apart, like GameStop.
We will talk about Game of Thrones at a later date, because I'm gonna have to probably bring on a special guest star that week.
I'm gonna start watching it because I haven't watched it all the way through. I know at the end, in the middle of the last season, it gets bad, and
they needed some more episodes, and I don't know if HBO didn't want to give it to them or not.
No, bro, I got the whole details on that.
Oh yeah, I mean, they wanted to do it, but they added them 2 extra seasons, the 3 extra seasons on. They got to the end. It started, the production broke down because of the storms out there and everything else like that.
It was none of that. It was none of that.
I mean, no, it was probably some more money stuff on the back end. It wasn't
money. No, it wasn't none of that. Them 2 motherfuckers, David Weiss and David Benioff. I just got yelled at. Hold on. David Weiss and David Benioff, when they inked their deal with Disney, they wanted to leave the fucking series point blank, period. Yeah. They wanted to just get the fuck out of Dodge. And HBO literally said to them, "We'll cut the check. What do you want?" That's what it was. What do you want? The actors were happy. The actresses was happy. And then they just started killing characters off left and right. And then everyone's like, George.
They wanted to be fucking done with it. Like, I want to go over here and do this. And
what are they doing over at Disney, though?
They were going to do the Star Wars.
And then the shit fell apart in their lap after fucking episodes 8 and 9 was the clusterfuck, and most people don't want the shit to do with it.
Bro, they have, like, a bunch of fans have sat down, and sometimes it's just good to have crazy fandom, I ain't gonna lie. But the fans sat down and literally was taking their after Game of Thrones episodes where they, like, David Weiss and David Benioff would sit down and talk about, well, why did Daenerys Targaryen do this? Or why did this character do this? And there were some critical moments in that show where these motherfuckers were just like, she forgot. How do you forget 3,000-4,000 feet in the air right on a dragon? You telling me you can't see ships? Like, and then motherfuckers have incredible accuracy shooting weapons and stuff, and all of a sudden armies die and then resurrect the next day. Like, there is a lot of issues and pacing issues in those last like 4-ish seasons. Not because they didn't have any material to go off of. It was because they lost interest because they were getting ready to leave to go work with Disney. HBO even said to them, yo, if you guys don't want to finish this, let us know. We're bringing some other directors to finish it. And them greedy motherfuckers said, no, we'll finish it. We'll finish it. And they crashed and burned that shit. Jesus didn't even get a chance to take the damn wheel. They crashed and burned it and then left.
And then they ran their happy ass over to Disney, ready to do a Star Wars movie. But then like Disney looked at like the reception that episodes 8 and 9 got, and everybody's just like, we're gonna just put a pause button on all the future Star Wars. So that new trilogy y'all supposed to get, that ain't happening right now.
Yeah, not with them.
And it's like, what the fuck? Like, we fucked up our show for this. Like, you fucked up guaranteed money for this shit.
They ain't gonna never get a mainstream big time show again. They burned so many bridges with that shit. And here's the kicker. Both these dudes supposed to have finished writing school and all this other shit. They had 13 writers on the show they refused to use, who knew the books, who knew everything. And they just was like, no, fast track this. You had people where when the show first started, it was like, all right, if we're in fucking Winterfell to get to fucking, let's say the Eyrie, which is where Catelyn Stark's sister was, it would take them like a whole 2, 3, 4 days to get there, and you'd have this sort of like mini episode where it's like, all right, we're gonna show them traveling to get to this location. Motherfuckers was rubber banding around that shit like Sonic, and it was like, that's not how that works.
Yeah, they was doing that shit because like probably told them like, look, man, you got this many episodes this season, you need to make this shit work,
bro. It wasn't an episode thing. It was literally. They just wanted to be done with it to go to Disney. Because the HBO HBO got so much heat, they came out and put out a statement. They said, listen, we asked them how much money they wanted. They said this much. We said, are you going to be able to finish everything succinctly like that? They were like, yeah. After season 6 aired, they were like, okay, guys, you need clearly more time. We'll give y'all up to 14 seasons.
It was like, no, we can do it in 8.
There you go.
I would have been like, no. Like, give me the max. Give me the max. How much can I do and how much shit can I get done in enough time? And, like, see, that's the thing. They was on the field and trying to fucking command, and that was the problem. When you on the field, there's a reason why the quarterback is not the coach.
Mm-hmm.
They were watching social media, the like old timey language they were using. It was like watching. Okay, you know that moment in Black Panther where she looks at T'Challa's standards. She's like, "What are those?" Like they had moments of that in the show. Yeah. And it's supposed to be like the 1600. Like, why are you putting pop culture references in here? Why are you trying to subvert expectations? Like this, like the fucking guy that wrote what was the second episode for Star Wars? What's his name?
Last Jedi.
Yeah, with the subvert expectations. Bullshit.
Like that was bullshit, and it's like Last Jedi was just such bullshit to the point that like the first time I saw it, it was all right. The second time I watched it, I noticed all this glaring fucking issues and stuff to the fucking point that it's like, God damn it! Like I remember I got up to go and see Rise of Skywalker. My interest in it was on an all-time fucking low, and I have been hyped for every Star Wars movie, so that is a fucking problem right there, right? But like I don't know if it was the fact that I was watching New Japan at 2 a.m. that morning. And then didn't go back and take a nap. But when I saw Rise of Skywalker, I fell asleep like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, it was.
It's like they was just doing shit just to be doing shit. And it's just like, why the fuck are we wasting time with this when we have this to worry about? You trying to still do this shit with this Rose character that you're not doing shit with. And it's like, God damn it. I fucking was like, Star Wars didn't need another trilogy. It was good.
I know AJ want to get out of here, but this is what I'm gonna say. That we can,
keep it going.
No, man, like hold up.
Like, okay, they dropped the ball with Finn, clearly. But I want to look at the Mandalorian the first season because I've seen the first season. Okay, and this is all I want to say about Mandalorian. I don't want to really get into the details, but Mandalorian is what happened when you have a fan of a project and you give him the tools.
Yeah.
The problem with Disney. And the problem with some of these big companies like HBO, Showtime, and all these other companies and places is they don't get fans to produce the media because they're fearful of it not grossing enough money and introducing it to new faces. Here's the thing. Fans dictate what's going to be successful because a fan will see something 2, 3, 4, 5 times in a row. Jessica and her boyfriend Brad are gonna see the shit one time, and they done with it. Whereas Steve, who has a fucking shelf in his house dedicated to all this shit, we'll see that shit back to back, and that's what you want. That's what okay, like fucking Avatar with the blue people, which is what you call
the Na'vi.
Yeah, the Na'vi. Forget the guy's name who directed it.
James Cameron.
So, like, brand new IP, $1 billion franchise, re-release it again in China a few years later, damn near made $1 billion again. Like, you want someone with a vision of what the intellectual property is they're working with, and they want to be familiar with it.
And see, that's why I like Dave Filoni, because he did Star Wars, the Clone Wars TV show from 2008 to like this year. He did Star Wars Rebels, and he's done Mandalorian. This dude is nothing but a fan of Star Wars. He looks his shit. He's like, look, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. We can do it to this thing. We can do this thing. We can do this thing. And it's like, holy shit. He brings up shit. And it's like, this will be important later, but we're going to come back to this. And he does. Like, I've watched, like, all the Clone Wars, like, this small little thing that happened in this episode, like, season 4. This shit comes back up in season 7. I was like, damn, Dave, I almost forgot about that shit. You know what? And they gave him Mandalorian. They gave him free reign, and he is just
kicking ass
with it. And I'm just like, can y'all just give him the fucking franchise, please? Like, just give it to him. He know what he's doing.
They probably will. And
it's the same thing it's the same thing with Patty Jenkins with Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm.
She's a fan of Wonder Woman. She read the Wonder Woman comics as a little girl. So her directing Wonder Woman is a match made in heaven. She wants to do Superman. If she gets the opportunity to do Superman, we're going to have a Superman like y'all ain't never fucking seen before. And I'm like, she's already got a script in mind she wants to write for that shit.
And I'm like, I love fucking Man of Steel. That shit was good to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, Wonder Woman was good. I was like, Justice League was good. I liked it. And it's like, everybody was hating and saying like, oh, it's not a Marvel movie. It's dark. Like,
that's why we get the Snyder cut. I feel
that's why I want to see that shit. Because I'm like, I don't want to see another motherfucking Marvel movie right now.
So I think it's still coming. I think they just took it because maybe because of that song and because of the way it was cut. The way they cut that trailer, it was kind of like, ugh. So I think I don't think they're gonna announce it and then they gonna can it or whatever. I think they just kind of pull it back.
Okay.
If they do that, HBO Max is done because HBO Max was struggling a little bit, and then they said
they had to straight up integrate everything from DC Universe over to that.
Exactly.
To basically, put another pillar up so that this place stays fucking standing.
And then it took 2 black shows to kind of bring HBO back into the fold. Real talk, and Ridley Scott too. Can't forget about him with the Born. What was it? Born with Wolves. I forget the name of it. Children of Wolves. I forget what it's called. But them 2 shows, Watchmen, basically a black take on Watchmen, and it took Love County, a straight up black show mixed with horror and sci-fi, bring and Euphoria. 3 black shows, and then Ridley Scott
and like because most people wasn't finna pay for like a lot of black folks was not finna pay for every season of Big Bang Theory. That to me was not a fucking selling point. I'm like
Fresh Prince, Will couldn't save it by himself.
I'm like Big Bang Theory. That's y'all selling point, man. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. Give me some. Like if you had told me they was gonna throw up every season of Living Single, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and the Cosby Show and A Different World, I'd have been on board day one.
Mm-hmm.
But they ain't do that.
Well, I mean, that's why I said they're not going to announce the Snyder Cut and not deliver on it because
they can't afford to. Like you done already put that out there. If you do that, you'll have people being done with it. It's like, well, we got these,
and they had record numbers of people. That's why they
didn't have no record numbers.
Yeah, they did.
The Snyder Cut, Zack Snyder, and all of his whatever, right? And these people who want the Snyder Cut, bro, they're not as large of a group of people as you think at all. They're just very loud because Snyder Cut. I mean, I was okay with the movie. It wasn't great by any stretch of imagination to me, but I'm done with whatever the hell vision he wanted to do, and so is Warner Brothers. The whole reason why this even got greenlit and it got traction is because the parent company that owns Warner Brothers. See, Zack Snyder went behind
Time Warner. He went behind Warner Brothers.
He went to Time Warner, and Time Warner is a telecommunications company, not a movie company, and they're the ones who decided to greenlit that shit.
But Time Warner also looked at that shit and was like, "Look, how much more juice can we get out this turnip?" And I don't blame them because it's like, like you looked at apparently like Joss Whedon like trimmed out like 3/4 or whatever the fuck you did, and it's like this is what we got. It's like Josh Whedon did that shit. It's like, okay, yeah, like we could have got more money out of this if we done it this way. So we're gonna do it this way. We're gonna try to get more juice out that turnip. And to that extent, I don't blame them. I mean, if I got some and I'm like, yeah, you trimmed out like 3/4 of what the fuck you were actually doing. All right, go ahead. We'll put this out there because there's still juice in that turnip, and we need to get as much as we can out of it.
But here's the problem with that: if they get more juice out of that turnip, right, and they put it out, and that juice is rotten, it's worse than what was already cut. You don't know that because there are some movies that are ruined when they get longer fucking running times.
Well, that's why that's why they drop it in the chapters. So we're gonna probably get.
Oh, okay. Now the shit's in chapters. What is this? The fucking R. Kelly trapped in the closet? Movies are not chapters.
Well, I'm saying it's gonna be 4 different parts, and then they probably gonna drop it all at the same time, and you gonna watch. It's gonna probably be one big long one, and then it's gonna be 4 different chapters. But the first one is gonna be the world building. The second one is gonna be the setup for the future stuff they're gonna be doing, and then the third one is gonna be them getting into the action and the stuff like that we saw towards the middle of the movie, and the fourth one is gonna be the finale with Darkseid and everything else like that. So
now, I'm looking forward to it, but I'm like, if it's bad, it's bad. But also, I'm kind of also like, I want this to be good. I want these to do well.
And you can tell the movie. You could tell the movie was good before. Same thing with Green Lantern. Green Lantern was good. They had cut so much of it, and you could see it. You could see where they cut the movie at the seams. It made the movie horrible
because the editor that they had was just doing shit. He was doing shit like on other movies. Like look at Batman versus Superman and look at the unrated version. Right? I was like, wait a minute. So Superman is just pissed off this dude got killed in prison. Okay, he mad at Batman. No. You go watch the unrated edition of the movie, and it's like, that explains shit. And it's like, oh, you was like, well, how the fuck did Lois know to just go find the bullet from Luthor? In the unrated version of the movie, you actually see Lois Lane being an actual intrepid reporter. The shit she does in the comic books. And I was like, why the fuck didn't y'all leave that in the movie? It's only like fucking 20 minutes.
They didn't want to make it 3 hours. And then on top of that, same thing with Justice League. They didn't want a 3-hour cut of that movie where people were going to we needed that. We needed that.
And Josh Whedon ass was like, well, I want to inject a whole bunch of comedy and shit. Like, dude, nobody wants every fucking superhero team up movie to be like the fucking Avengers where we're cracking every 30 seconds. You don't need to do that. And like that's Josh Whedon's thing.
With Josh Whedon didn't care. He did the same thing that the Game of Thrones people did because Marvel had stomped down on his vision for Age of Ultron. So that's why he did Justice League.
Because he was going to make basically the same fucking movie, and it's like they told his ass, no, you need to actually get up and get off your ass and do some work. And he got mad. He got his little bitch fit going, and he ran his happy ass over to fucking DC. And DC was just happy to have him. That they basically, Zack Snyder's daughter, terrible thing that happened. His daughter committed suicide, and Snyder was a trooper because like most people, they would have just broken down, went home. He stayed and he worked until everybody from the top of the company just told him, Zach, you need to go home. You need to go home, dude. Okay, you need to go home and you need to deal with this. And because they could have let him work. They could have let him work.
And just was like, they wanted to work because of the backlash from Batman v Superman. Yeah. And they should have let him keep his vision. Warner Brothers, they are now letting people in HBO, they are now letting people keep their visions, and because I feel like with the people on Game of Thrones, they would have never left if HBO wasn't coming in trying to make the damn thing as long as basically do like they did Akira Toriyama.
No. HBO shit. The HBO shit is 100%. Them niggas wanted to go work over.
No, but it's a reason why if I got a good thing going,
yes, right? Disney.
But Disney. They wouldn't. If they got a good thing going, they would still keep going. They got tired of work.
No.
You don't just
what it comes down to, you got to understand something. There's a difference between working on a TV show and working for Disney.
Yeah.
Disney resume means every door opens. It is a cheat code. You'd be hard pressed to find any. Listen, there is a reason your boy stopped doing this fucking Rocky films and went and directed Black Panther all of a sudden.
Yeah.
When the doors open, when the mouse comes a knocking, you go a walking. That's how it go.
Because fucking Ryan Coogler don't have to do shit, but these Disney movies is like he's not even doing Creed 3. He's not even gonna do it.
They don't even need to do Creed 3, but I got an idea for Creed 3. Okay, let me give you the Creed 3
What's this
real
idea?
quick. All right, so basically, boom. Apollo Creed is locked up, but his son is Adrian Bronner.
Oh no!
Hold on, wait. Because I was gonna say Kimbo Slice, but he did. Rest in peace, Kimbo Slice.
Yeah.
But Adrian Bronner, his son, right? Boom. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? And so they pretty much get together, and he goes to see him in jail. He like, I want Creed. I want Rocky. So Rocky ends up getting him and the girl, Tessa Thompson, and the baby get kidnapped. Creed goes down to the hood, and he gets all Meek Mill and all of the dudes in Dream Chasers, and they hood code names, and he assembles this army. And then out of nowhere, Drago and his son come back, and Ricky Conley comes back, and they like, we gonna settle this like men when we get through, but we gotta save the city. But like on their way, on their way to the airport. Well, no, they there, but let's just basically say it's war in Russia, so they had to go somewhere, and they heard about it, and then you just see this epic ass, like it's epic ass war in the front of the art museum, in front of the art on the steps, and it's just this all out drag out fight. So you got the biker gang, you got the biker gang on one side, you got the police on the other side. They want to just murk this. They want to murk biker gangs, and they want to murk street gangs, and basically it's just all out war between Apollo Creed. They break Apollo Creed out, and basically Drago, you get Drago and Rocky fight side by side. Rocky sacrificed himself to save Drago and save the baby and Tessa Thompson. Creed finds out about it, and he loses it, and he goes, and not only he watches Adrian Bronner, but he goes and finds Apollo Creed, and they fight on top of the step because he just kills. He just uppercut. I'm talking about like the biggest uppercut like in movie history. Sees Adrian Bronner flying down the steps, tumbling down his death. He getting stomped on. Bullets is raining. It's fire in the streets of Philly. It's hella Rick Ross music going off. It's just, the National Guard is coming in because there's so many of your cousins in the street fighting to the last man to save the free Apollo or to save Rocky and them, and then you get Apollo Creed fighting is just juiced up as Mr. T. He ain't even been lifting the iron. He lifting the chair with the iron and the bar. That's how much he been lifting. Matter of fact, hold up. You get Cali, forget Adrian Bronner, Cali Muscle.
No,
Okay,
dude.
I'm done. I'm going to bed on that one.
Just do what's name.
No, it can't just be a regular fight. We did 12 movies with them it's an all-out battle to save Philadelphia. Rocky, the baby, is going down. Like it's going down. Like, and you just see Creed. You hear the theme song with that orchestra, and you just see all of this carnage and fighting, and everybody just going in.
No, man, Just
come on, that would be it'd be hard and hilarious at the same damn time.
Just have him fight what's name, Deontay Wilder in this movie as Clubber Lang's son, God. Or fucking you have Adrian Broner as Apollo Creed's other bastard son.
Oh, that would be nice too.
Or you have him fight the dude from Rocky Balboa, Mason the Lion Dixon, who was like, dude, you really gonna fight an old man? If you win, you beat up an old man. If you lose, you got beat up by an old man. Come on. Have him go after Rocky with that shit. Have him go after Creed with that shit. Do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you make, you could have the two different subplots. You could have Adrian Broner and the Devontae Wilder. You had the other son. Do you have Apollo Creed and his son? You still had a gang war and just had that mug. I'm telling you, it'd be the most epicest scene. That you just see a whole bunch of an army of Italians and dudes on bikes riding up the stairs. And you got all these dudes with AKs and brass knuckles and all this stuff just storming, and then you see the police launching tear gas and everything, and it's just a fight. It's just a knockout, drag out fight to the death. Ain't no ring. We stepping out of the ring. We on the steps of Philadelphia, and this is the legacy, the life, everything on the line. Bullets is flying, fists is getting thrown, blood is being spilled. And it's just an all-out war to save Rocky.
Just make make Expendables 4.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's just and you just got a big crowd of people seeing Creed and Apollo Creed fighting, and you just got a juiced up Mr. T, and he giving them all the guys. He said, you let that cracker come in and steal everything that we work for. And then you just see, that's why your daddy died fighting the Russian and you fighting with the Russian. And then, you know what I'm saying? You like I said, you have Rocky die saving all of them. And then Mr. T is beating the hell out of this. So you got then you got him, Mr. T, just in epic Mr. T fashion. Because Mr. T been on the low. So had Mr. T come back as this big super villain, just okay, here come Drago and his son. Bing, bing. Creed getting up off the ground. Then his brother, he ends up breaking his brother's neck and rolling him out in front of him. And then you see Creed just come out of nowhere with this heart of a lion, heart of a champion, just beats him. And then you got he got his shirt off and his blood just splattering. He's like, this was my family. Give him that good Ryan Coogler speech that he give. Just blood in the sun. It's all the smoke and bullets and missiles and everything else.
Oh my God!
And all you see is Rocky just beating the hell out of it. You just hear dun, 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 dun. And you just hearing you just hearing the punches on the steps. You just heard them, and then the sun rising up, and you see him pick Mr. T up in front of Rocky, and he throws his ass down the steps.
And the Shang Tsung comes from behind and says, "Finish it." Fuck, bro, what are you describing?
I'm just saying, that would be it'd be hilarious to see, but it'd be epic and awesome at the same time. Look, Meat Mill riding with the Dream Chasers with daggone dark camouflage so the police can't see him on the screen. And all you see is the lights coming down the street. And just, whatever one of them Jalil beats just blast through the AFC speakers. Look, I'm finna write it and send it to him. I want him to do it so bad. I don't want another. Look, let's fight in the ring. You fighting against no. Make the stakes be high. Make Rocky die in an honorable fashion, fighting Clubber Lang in the cell block, and it's 15 dudes. Well, matter of fact, in a trap house, the Carter style trap house from New Jack City, where it's one way in, one way out. And you know, like I say, Drago and his son coming in, they want to get vengeance and they have to save him. They trying to save him and the baby. They get the baby and him out. He say, go. And then you just see Rocky go in there with a grenade or something, or with an AK and shoot up the daggone generator, and that whole thing blows up. And then Creed is just angry and just electrified. So he go, like I said, he go murk Adrian Bronner or whatever. And then that's when we get this big ass this big ass crazy ass fight. And it's just gonna be epic to see a fight. Just think of the IMAX screen, and you just pan the camera, and we just seeing Meek Mill, Michael B. Jordan, everybody running up, Drago's son, Drago, all running up these stairs. Hell, Rocky's son come out of nowhere and put his gloves on and fight like alongside.
Look, man,
that would be hard.
It would be hard, but you know what? I need to go. That reminds me, I need to go and finish writing this movie. Man goes on vacation with his wife. He's an off-duty cop. Wife gets taken hostage by terrorists. They end up on a blimp, and we call it Blood and Helium.
Oh man,
that would be hard. Blood and Helium.
So I mean, hey, there go the movie pictures. We didn't talk about everything, and you know I had to set it off. Because we've been talking about all this heavy stuff the whole episode.
You know what? They need to make Set It Off too.
They did. Girls Trip. That was them making it.
No, that was Set It Off too.
That was Set It Off 1.5 because they all made
it. They all made it. I'm like, I watched Set It Off last week. I'm like, bruh, man, why they had to kill Vivica Fox, man? I mean, you know, well, and the worst part is Stony ass gonna go down to Mexico where you know she gonna have a whole bunch of entanglements and shit.
I mean, but like I said, Girls Trip. They all made it and they all left. You know, and they all just switch some characters out.
Yeah,
they all, you know, you
same
swap
thing.
them out. It's the same thing, and they made it, and they had that's because remember they had that scene at the club.
Mm-hmm.
That was to let you know that's if they made it in the alternate reality. That's what happened. And they just regular people just like us. But it would be hard if they had all like if Stoney had made it, and you know, Queen Latifah didn't go. No, who went to Mexico?
Oh, Jada Pinkett Stone.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. But yeah,
because I was hella heated when Vivica A. Fox at the end of the movie, all sweaty and all hot looking and shit like she always do, and like she just stand there. I like, damn man, like I look down. I'm like, that. I remember I was a little kid. I was in the movie theater seeing that shit. I'm like, I want that.
Hey man,
I don't. They but you don't like girls. Girls are icky. But Vivica Fox, I want that.
Boy.
I'm like, fine, man, give me a break.
All right, yeah, man. All right, y'all. Let me see who up in here, man. What up, John? Thanks for sliding through, man. You gotta come back and watch this mug from the beginning. It's Beatz N Bitz Podcast, another classic episode for y'all, man. And we out.
All right, man. Take it easy.
All right, peace.